any day.
That's right, baby. We are back on a Saturday, August 30th. What is it? August 30th, 2025. And I'm back with the homies on Saturday Day Live, baby. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Let's go.
It's Saturday Day Live o'clock, which is typically between 5 and 10 minutes past 3 o'clock.
That's right.
But listen, I was just chilling out talking with the homies. As a matter of fact, I hit live, my finger twitched, and I cut my man LeBron off in the middle of a sentence.
It's okay. It's quite all right.
Sorry, bro.
No, it's okay. I don't take offense to it at all. It's fine.
I hope everybody's having a really great Saturday. First of all, shout out to Ryan Gonzalez for that fucking shirt, man. That is a beautiful jersey deal you got going on. What's the story behind that?
Oh, dude, since I lost weight, I can my clothing options have broadened, and I can actually shop on Shein. So I got this on Shein for $10.
Nice,
you, brother.
Nice
Good for you, man.
Hey, and big props to that freaking jacket that you were wearing at your anime expo that you went to. That jacket was fucking tight, bro.
So I was supposed to have a wig that would have completed the entire cosplay that
you mentioned the wig. Yeah, I didn't see you with the wig there. What's up?
The wig, dude, I couldn't. So the character, the hair comes over his face. I tried hairspray. I tried gel. I couldn't get it to stay. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to be fighting with this for 8+ hours. So I just wore the uniform. So that's the character from Windbreaker.
Okay.
It's
what's Windbreaker?
So it's an anime. It's about like fighting and teams and stuff, like territories, but it's got a lot of heart. It's about like acceptance and stuff like that. It's really cool. If you got a chance to check it out, I'd recommend it.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah,
So,
that jacket was super clean, bro. I'll give you props.
Thank
Dude.
you.
That jacket was clean as hell. I was like, yo, look at Ryan. My man's going, dude. He's going.
Can I show pictures of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that shit was dope, dude.
Sorry, that should be off. Wi-Fi. Yeah, give us the. Do you mind? Like, let's just jump right into it. Like, can you give us the background a little bit so the people that are listening might not know that you had a chance to hit up? Am I calling it the wrong thing? Anime Expo, Anime New York,
Anime NYC.
Anime NYC. Can you just tell us a little bit about what is it? What's the deal? How come you wanted to go? What's going on there?
So, as you guys know, I always talk about this. I'm into anime and I'm into manga.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it happens like every year. It's in the same place New York Comic Con is at. It's at the Javits Center. So I said to Amber earlier this year, I said, why don't we go? And we wanted to cosplay, just kind of get out of our comfort zone. And actually, she fucking killed it. So many people came up to her and was like, oh my God, I love your cosplay, stuff like that. And it was a hell of a time. And they have like all the Fig Zero statues, tons of clothing, basically anything you can think of that has to do with that genre.
Very cool.
A lot of great cosplays too, man. And you want to take pictures with everybody, but there is just not enough time in the day.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, from what I've seen, I'm not. I mean, like I said, I know the genre and stuff, but I am completely a novice when it comes to knowledge of like all the different brands or the titles and stuff like that. But I'll say one thing from what I've seen, the freaking anime cosplayers are by far like some of the most artistically gifted freaking cosplayer people
Next
out there,
level.
man. They do such next level shit, dude. It's so cool to see that kind of stuff. So much
We didn't
dedication
make
in that
ours.
work. What's
So
that?
we didn't make it. We didn't make our cosplay. We just ordered it.
Yeah, no,
We-
no,
we-
no. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, 90% of the people who go make their own cosplay.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've seen
And it's
tons of that stuff.
incredible.
Incredible. So cool.
All right, so I don't know what order this is going to be in, but I grabbed some. I just went to Facebook actually. Hold on a second. Share screen. Pick the right one. Not that one. Don't want to get arrested. Here we go. Share. Boom. What's going on here? So this is are these all four of you guys from the same
Yes.
like Windbreaker?
Yeah, so we're the Windbreaker characters, and they are characters, and their team is called She's Thorn, and
Mhm.
they actually go to blows because the Windbreaker characters went on their territory to help somebody get away.
Mhm.
And we were walking up, and the dude threw his arms up, and I threw my arms up. I was like, "Are we gonna have a turf war?" So that's what this picture's about, dude. And they are absolutely great human beings.
It's
The
awesome.
nicest people you could ever meet.
That's
Hell yeah.
awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
There's more. There you go. So you guys chilled out for a little while?
Yeah. It's I forget her Instagram, but she's actually an artist. So we got her information because we didn't take these pictures. She took them, so we got them sent to us.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
So that's cool, man. Like not a toy show, but an anime show. I've heard about it before, and I knew that it was at the Javits Center. So
Yeah.
speaking as somebody that like has been to New York Comic Con a bunch of times, how do you differentiate these two conventions? Because I see the same setting, I see cosplay. It seems pretty cool in a lot of the same ways.
So I will say this: as big as this con is, and as many people go, New York Comic Con is still, in my opinion, bigger as far as foot traffic, at least. And there was quite a bit that wasn't used. Where New York Comic Con, every bit of space on that showroom floor is used.
Hmm.
And then
So who's this guy?
That's Deku from My Hero Academia.
Oh shit! See, I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah. Amber hit that's the dude's signature pose.
That's what I was just gonna. I was literally about to ask. I'm like, is this like because this looks like a signature pose or a special like? But then I stopped. I didn't say it. I didn't ask because I was like, what if that's just like how she stood right there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she had trouble with that eye patch all day.
Oh, cool. We got a little Pokemon action going here too.
Yeah, she's a huge fan. She was like, "Can you take a picture with the Rockets?" I said, "Oh yeah, absolutely."
Oh yeah.
Oh, now some Power Ranger love. I know you loved that.
Oh yeah. I didn't get a picture with them, but she actually stopped them when they were walking away and they didn't have their helmets on. Dude, it took them like 10 minutes to get their helmets on. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." She's like, "No, this is part of the costume. We have to do it."
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's like the
awesome.
reason
Awesome.
why. Like not
awesome.
the reason, but a reason is because so people can take pictures with you and like
absolutely.
Yeah, they fucking crushed it.
It's awesome.
Those helmets are pretty clean too.
Yeah, they are.
I know the Pink Ranger and the Green Ranger, those aren't like the store-bought helmets. They actually 3D printed those because they came together different.
That's wild.
I'm assuming for the sizing.
And the way they're painted too, you can tell they're a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super dope.
Who do we have here?
That is another character from Windbreaker. So in the show, that character is named Subakina, and he is, or she, sorry, is a trans character.
That's a man, baby.
Yeah, all about acceptance and stuff like that. So in the book,
Very
that's
nice.
a huge chunk of that, which is actually pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amber ran right up to her. It's like, hey, I need a picture. She pulled her right in, took the picture.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just great
Awesome.
people all around.
It's awesome.
Well, that's awesome.
That is another My Hero character.
I've seen that character before. Yeah.
Ochako Uraraka.
Feels very Go Speed Racer Go.
Right.
Yeah, kind of.
Is this the same guy?
No, it's a different. So I don't know if you would call that wings. It's a different person, and the very similar but different way to go about that cosplay.
So cool.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, the homemade stuff, dude. It is beautiful.
Yeah. So sick, dude.
This is like that little atrium area, right? Before you like head all the way in. Like,
Yep.
I've told people before, like you can go to like New York Comic Con, and this little area before you actually go into the convention at the Jacob Javits Center, where it's this beautiful atrium, like the ceiling and the wall is like this glass type thing, so all the sunlight comes in. So it's this big area where people like congregate and mill about, and you could just stand there for like 3 hours and just look at all the cosplay.
They had the DJ. People were out there dancing, just having a great old time.
Heck
That's
yeah.
awesome. What's up, Joe?
Joe.
Big Greg, what's going on? Greg, do you work on Saturdays anymore? I saw Greg's been bouncing recently too.
G Money in the house. There you go. There's a whole team up right there.
That's the whole crew right there.
That's cool.
Oh yeah?
All of the characters from all the main characters that you see throughout the show. So Amber and the one in the back who's saluting, they are the same character. Amber just didn't want to wear the wig.
And would you be the blonde, the blonde wig, or
so do you see the one in the front with the black and white hair?
right
Yeah.
here?
That's what my wig should have looked like.
Oh, okay.
Could
Okay.
not get it that way.
Yeah.
So what did you try? Did you buy a wig and try to dye it? Like, what'd you do?
No. I bought the wig. The wig came that color.
Black
Okay.
and white.
All
Like
I
that?
had to, all I had to do was put a little white in my eyebrow, and that would have been great. But I couldn't. I don't know how she got it to stand up like that, because that's exactly how it should have been.
Got to be like hairspray and stuff, right?
Something, yeah. Some super hold something, yeah.
Yeah, obviously I didn't have it.
And she used some kind of like dye or makeup or something like that on the eyebrows.
Yeah,
You know what that reminds me of? I remember being in like 7th grade, I think 7th or 8th grade. And we were doing like a school project where we all had like assigned like different authors or different poets or something like that, right? We were presenting poems from the different artists we were assigned. And it was like almost like a symposium type thing, right? So it was like pretty cool. So we had like, it was like in a big classroom. We like kind of had like the lights off, and when we switched to one person to another, we gave them like a flashlight where they would like hold the flashlight on themselves and like say like their little poem. And I decided I was going to be Robert Frost, right? Because I was like, Robert Frost is one of the greatest, poets of all time. So my great idea, unlike now where much of my hair is gray, back then it was all jet black. I decided I was going to turn my hair white so I could be like Robert Frost.
Mm-hmm.
And guess how I decided I would do it?
Oh, God.
no.
It worked a little bit, it kind of worked. So I took a whole bunch of Johnson's baby powder and just dumped that shit into my hair and like rubbed it in and like put it all over. So it kind of worked, but I was like a walking mound of baby powder for like the whole day.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
but it was like back in the 80s, so like no one like took pictures or anything. Like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
one thing I wish I could see that now. You know?
That's funny. That's awesome.
So when you shook your head, was it just like a
Yeah.
clap?
Yeah, yes. So like when I was like so like when I was doing like the presentation, because I was like the moderator of like the symposium, right? And so I was like this person and that person and this person. I had to be careful to kind of like I had to like turn my head kind of like Batman.
Yeah.
Where I didn't like turn my head like all the way, because if I moved my head too much, like there would be like a tuft of smoke.
That's fantastic.
Here we go. All right. There we go. You're looking pretty clean there, buddy.
Yeah.
Super clean, bro.
Looking
Super
good,
clean.
right?
I'm telling you, the wig would have brought that all together.
I'm just saying it looked just kind of cool, like just
Oh yeah, the uniform.
if you were like rolling out, like this is just how you're dressed.
Yeah, yeah.
like that. Amber insisted on this one. She said,
Hell
"Hey,
yeah.
we need this picture." And then there was another one where she was Googling images of those characters, and there was that's the picture. And we were sitting there, and she's like, "Hey, we're gonna take this." I didn't have a choice at that point. You just gotta go with
clearly. Yeah.
it. I didn't wear 2 different color eye contacts, if you can tell.
Wait, you have colored contacts in?
Yeah, he does.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys were killing this cosplay, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they were a bitch. I feel bad for the people who have to do this on a daily basis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you don't wear glasses or contacts, right? So what was that like?
Fucking brutal, dude. I took him out when we got back to the hotel. I was like, I can't do this again.
That's crazy, dude.
That's
I
the thing.
can't. I can't put shit in my eyes, dude. There's no way. There's no way.
So you never wear contacts?
No way. Yeah.
But you always wear glasses, right?
I always wear glasses. Yeah. Yeah. I could never handle putting something in my eyeball like that, dude. No way. That's sketch.
So I've been wearing reading glasses for probably like a year now, almost, or maybe more. I'm not sure. And I'm like, man, if my eyesight keeps going bad, and like if I have to do like, I don't think I can do contacts. I think I'd be bad at it. Steph says, bro, I could never. Understandable. Okay. And I know Steph wears glasses too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill says you get used to them, but if you just wear them for one day, it sucks.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, Victoria wears contact. Well, she's worn glasses or contacts since she was like 8 or 9 years old. I don't think she hates her contacts. Oh, we got a special guest here too, guys.
What?
Check this guy out.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Hey.
Tell me how you feel from the road. What's up, brother?
I am just leaving Buc-ee's in Rockingham, Virginia.
So for people unfamiliar, what is a Buc-ee's?
I don't even know. I can't put it exactly into words.
You just came from there.
I'm still having like panic, anxiety, overwhelmingness. It's like the craziest, most insane gas station on HGH. Yeah. I got hats. I got bottles of wine. I got magnets. We got T-shirts. I got espresso beans. I don't even know what I bought. I just started putting stuff in a cart.
I've always heard Buc-ee's is crazy, bro.
What's that, John?
I thought it was like a restaurant. It's not a restaurant?
They've got food there. They've got food. They've got. I mean, yes. Do they? Yes. Do they have? Yes. It's I don't know, man. It is craziest thing ever.
So brother, where are you headed?
I am on my way back home. I was in North Carolina I literally drove down, bought I bought a vehicle from one of my former coworkers, down here. Drove down in a rental. Woke up this morning, bought it. Now I'm driving back. So I'll end up with about 900 miles between yesterday and today. So
Crazy.
Damn.
just trying to get it done. So
Yeah, you are.
what's new with you guys?
Just hanging and
hold on.
banging.
Yeah. Well, this time next week, some of us will be hanging at RetroCon, right?
I will be there. I don't know what time yet or anything like that. So it's definitely like RetroCon is one of my favorite shows of the year. Hold on one second.
While you do that, I'm going to open up these dark chocolate espresso beans.
Nice.
Got enough to keep me up till I don't know, Legion's Con.
Probably.
So are there like is there caffeine in those?
They're espresso beans covered in chocolate.
Heck yeah.
So,
I'm a big dark chocolate covered almond fan.
yeah, these are good.
Yeah,
These
so
are good.
RetroCon is one of my favorite shows every year. It is a toy show in Oaks, Pennsylvania, at what's called
correct.
the Philadelphia Expo Center. Although the Expo Center is probably like an hour outside of Philadelphia. Is that about right?
Yeah, I mean, technically the one in the city is called the Pennsylvania, so not to be confused, but they confuse them.
All right, so sorry.
Yeah, so Oaks is for everyone that went to ZoloCon. Oaks is about 15 minutes away from the ZoloCon location.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, another hometown show for me.
Yeah. So, and again, like I said, 3 times already, it's one of my favorite shows every year. It's I would call it like an upper mid-sized toy show. It's fairly big. The Expo Center has a lot of room. And it's one of those shows where it's not just a straight toy show. They do have, of course, rows and rows of tables with vendors of vintage toys, modern toys. It's a pretty good show for vintage toys, actually. But they also have like a bunch of pop culture personalities normally lined up in the back. They'll have a lot of like the pop culture like vehicles there too. And it's a pretty good show for like cosplay and things like that too.
Yeah. So, if I understand, it's about 60 to 70,000 square feet of convention space.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the 501st Stormtroopers are there. The 13th Civil Division GI Joe Cobra cosplayers are there. There will be an assortment of pop culture vehicles, the A-Team van, probably be a Chips motorcycle there. You'll normally get your usual Ghostbusters vehicles of some way, shape, and form. There will be a bunch of vintage arcade cabinets there, contests, costume, trivia, karaoke. Yeah, and then all of us that are out there vending. So and like you had mentioned, in addition to comic books and vintage and modern tools, there's also an assortment of things where there'll be people selling cool wood carved or wood engraved or wood lasered pieces or candles and stuff like that. So it's quite everything that's there is very pop culture centric. So you're not just going to buy like Bath and Body Works candles. You might get like a candle that's got like Harry Potter schools like on the glass etched into it and things like that. So it's really, really creative.
And here we go. This is what I was trying to get to. So this part is kind of funny. So you're driving right now, right?
I am getting ready to start driving. I'm trying to decide whether or not it is safe to StreamYard and drive or hang in the parking lot for a minute and watch all the chaos that's going on.
Saturday Day Live takes no position on the safety of
Yeah, I forgot to check. I forgot to check it legal on that one. So I might just hang here for a few minutes with you guys before I jump off.
Yeah.
Well, before we lose you, here's what I think we should do. So the Toy Forge, not to bury the lead here, the Toy Forge is going to have a whole setup here at RetroCon, right, Anthony?
I will. Quite the assortment of all sorts of things, and a few surprises.
Nice.
And so you posted these on the Toy Forge page the other day.
I did.
You want to talk to us a little bit about what we're looking at here, if you're not driving yet?
No. Yeah, we can go over this. So I am super excited with this project. So before I was even collecting Mythic Legions, I was collecting Glyos, more specifically Battle Tribes. Because at the time I thought, hey, maybe these guys will fit in my Exo Squad E-frames. But they don't. They're a little smaller. But when I grabbed them, I'm like, oh my God, these things are like He-Man Motu style figures. And then over time, you start to discover there's more and more companies out there making different things. But my main focus for, I would say, up until the past year has been Battle Tribes, specifically with us, Spy Monkey Creations, Jeremy Sung.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know. I was buddy with Mr. Matt Stein himself, and we're having a conversation one day, and he goes, yeah, I used to do photography for an independent toy company. And I was like, oh, well, what's the name of it? And he goes, Battle Tribes. And I just, if I like almost dropped my phone. I was like, I think you need to understand something, that like, it's like probably my top 5 favorite toy lines that's out there. And he goes, you're kidding me, right? So we ended up going back and forth, and we ended up doing a deal where he sent me 3 pounds of Battle Tribes, and I sent him 3 pounds of 3D printed parts. And there's just so many things that I didn't get along the way, or might have missed, or before I jumped in, and they're great. I mean, they've got neck articulation, torso articulation, upper arm articulation, the wrists swivel, the thighs move up and down, and then the right below the shin swivel. So it's got a lot of movement, but they're great. There's a Pocket Glyos group now with Pete McCarthy's running. You're able to throw these things in your pocket and do your thing. So that's essentially the Glyos story, but leading up to right before ZoloCon last year, maybe right after Christmas even, Matt goes, hey, I want you to meet with someone. It's my buddy Jeremy. Jeremy runs Battle Tribes. And I, again, could have dropped the phone. I was, I marked out for it. I was like, oh my God, it's an honor. I've been collecting your toys for so long. He goes, hey,
freaking Mark.
He said, I want to, right? The worst. Like, next thing you know, I asked for an autograph or something. And then, so we start talking about an idea for a project. And the project is to take Battle Tribes and make them mythic scale. So Jeremy, trusting me with his files, sent them to me, and I worked on them for quite a while, trying to get them dialed in, get them sized, and everything in between. But in the interim, there was also some things that we haven't ever seen before. So like that piece in the middle, that the one with the Zende head, that's an unreleased style of Battle Tribe that's never been printed in the injection molding before. So I had an idea to take it, put it all together, and then scale it up a little bit, enough to be able to fit a Mythic Legion head. So I know a lot of people end up with leftover parts and pieces. And what do you do with the heads? Most people just throw them in, in the containers or stuff like that. But now we got a little forge friend that you could just stick your extra Legion parts and pieces on top of it. And there's holes in the back, so if you've got extra pauldrons, you can throw pauldrons on there too. So
that's awesome.
Something to paint up, have a good old time or whatever. It's something that really just make full use of all the parts and pieces that are out there.
So is there a specific name or like a category we can call these?
I mean, what it goes with Legion, so goes with Glyos. I don't know. All that stuff's still just trying to be figured out and worked out. But what we also ended up doing was I took some of my existing Toy Forge parts and heads and weapons and things, and was able to reverse scale them down to mythic size. So if you're looking at the front 2 guys there, you'll see some parts that are Mayan that now are interchangeable and plug into
There you go.
battle trap dispensers.
That's awesome.
So what I'm gonna do at RetroCon, they're not for sale, but I want everyone to kind of get a good hands-on view and feel for them, because we're gonna have them available for sale at Legions Con. In addition, Matt Stein is going to be at the Atlanta Charlie's Collectible Show meetup, I think next weekend, and he'll have some that he's worked on and he's painted. And obviously, you know, I can't compete with the Patina Prince. Like, he kills it. So he's done some really amazing paint ups. But what I did was the character on the right with the black and the gold, that Glyos figure in the front of it, that was the very first Glyos I ever bought. That was the one that came in. It's very Dark Wolf inspired, very fire kind of, you know, vibe to it. So the first custom I had to make was this. So what, you know, when they go and they make these legendary barbarians and all these amazing boot cuff pieces and and it just matches up. So next thing you know, I'm buying these guys. I'm buying the Zolocon figures and taking all this together, and now I have a pair of figures that match with the Glio scale in mythic size. So
Perfectly too.
Yeah. There's and Jonathan may have a few more photos, but I also have all the heads that I did, and I believe there's 12 or 13 heads that exist right now that will be in mythic size, and I'll have them. You'll be able to see them, as well as 1, 2, 3 weapons, a shield, and the cuff piece, the fur piece that it'll drop that scaled to fit right on top of a barbarian torso. So yeah, those heads all fit onto Legion bodies, and if you're feeling froggy, you take the neck peg off of a Motu figure, it sits on those perfectly as well.
Nice.
Oh, really? Like a vintage Motu figure?
Well, no, like the Origins figures.
Okay.
So if you pop one of the hard plastic neck pegs off, it drops right in there. And it looks like it should just be part of the Filmation cartoon.
That's awesome.
That's pretty sick, man.
Heck yeah. Great stuff, man.
There's a few more tricks up our sleeve. The year's not out, but you know, we're definitely we'll see what else we could you know, bring out for everyone.
So basically, get your butts to RetroCon, Oaks, Pennsylvania, Philly Expo Center, and let's hang out.
Yeah, I'll be there all weekend.
Hell yeah.
Is Tony going to be with us?
Yes, the legendary Forge himself will be there. He will have a assorted, you know, menagerie of parts and pieces for everyone. Cool new vehicles and mechs and things like that. And Dad ended up having to go buy his own printer to start printing some stuff to compete with him, because I just saw how well he was doing and how much fun he had. So, you know, if you can't beat him, join him.
That's
so
right.
Now we've got full-size laser turrets that scale well with Classified and Cosmic Legions, and we're bringing the heat for the show. And you know, I hear there's a new tabletop game coming out in the next couple months. There might be a Kickstarter for it. So, you know, I guess we'll start doing some diorama pieces to go for Dungeons and Dragons, right?
There you go. There you go.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, come on.
These are those turrets, right, man?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
So
you got lights in these?
So I got creative, because you know, if I can add a light to something, I'm gonna light it up. So that one there in blue, I just kind of drilled a hole out and just dropped the light in to see what it could do. But the orange one, actually the barrel drops down much further, so I should be able to put a light in there and help illuminate that coming through. The one in the black one in the middle just reminds me of some sort of Cobra inspired machine gun kind of piece. So
absolutely.
I'm actually, so the orange, the black, and the blue, I'm gonna have, my goal is to have one of each in every color. So if you get there early enough and they're all there and you want to do a whole Cobra blue inspired, you know, set of things, that's cool too. you want to do the orange heavy gunner stuff, that might work well as well. And then the black just goes with everything.
Heck yeah. Those are clean, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you take one look at them and you think you'd be able to like bludgeon someone with them, but they're incredibly light and they're durable too. Like they'll take a drop and they'll hold up. So, what else we bringing? Oh yeah, full size weapons.
What do you mean full-sized weapons?
I mean, so at ChrisCon in July, Dan Tobin showed off my Hammer Under the Mountain, which I first created at full size and then decided to make it at mythic scale. So I have a full size Mythic Legion weapon that I designed that you could hang up on your wall. And I have one that's completely painted, and I also have a mythic size one that's painted to match it exactly. So yeah, we're making full size weapons. John, I think you saw that last week. It was sitting over by the fireplace there. You may or may not have noticed it, but I just kind of So we got that one, and I have a skull inspired hammer, but I haven't finished the weapon on that one yet. But I'll just bring the big hammer to show that off.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's it's what is it? Go big or go home. So we're just gonna go big with weapons.
Yeah, 1-to-1, man. Here we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think we have enough 1-to-1 scale stuff, man. I think there should be more,
No.
especially in the mythic and cosmic stuff.
I remember talking to who was I talking to at, I guess it was the last ZoloCon at the Fuge, and I was talking to Jim, and I said, man, it would be great if we got like 1-to-1 prop replicas. Like that would just be awesome. So I don't know. For now, we'll just take what we're making and just bump them up, make them bigger, and maybe we'll see, like a full size Gorgo Aetherblade helmet or a full size, Aether. Well, we already have one accurate full size Aetherblade, but maybe something available for sale down the line. The lightsabers and the Black Series helmets and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine all us running around with those things at Legion's Con.
Heck
Seems
yeah.
totally safe.
I'm all about it, dude. I'm all about it. I
Yeah.
can see a lot of stuff, a lot of the weapons and helmets being made that would be super cool. Super cool for a collection of any fan of mythics or cosmics. That'd be awesome.
I mean, we're buying hot sauce and skateboards. Let's buy. I mean, if we can, they're Mythic Legions inspired. We're gonna do it. So let's get some. Let's get some big weapons.
Yeah,
We'll buy literally anything. Mythic Legion's
literally.
Mythic Legion's boxer shorts,
Yeah.
steak sauce,
mouse pads,
vacuums.
I'm guilty of owning 2 Mythic Legion mouse pads. So I'm there.
Why? Whatever do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four Horsemen Studios has become the kiss of product.
Oh my God! Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just put it on anything: coffee mugs, calendars, whatever. You know what I mean?
You're guaranteed to sell 500 copies, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Wait, what does Gene Simmons say? We put our logo on condoms and coffins, so we bring it from the cradle to the grave.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's awesome. Good stuff, man. Good stuff for sure.
Yeah. So
Steph
I'm
checking
really
in.
looking forward to it.
She's like, Aunt, this is a wild and fun collab. I'm happy to see this venture coming to fruition.
Yeah, and there was a couple people here and there I kind of, had some conversations with over the year, or over the past year, and everyone seems to be pretty excited about. So I just can't wait to try to get them out there and see what people can do. So
I was talking to Mama LeBron the other night about starting a Mythic Legions Underoos line for adults. So just saying,
it would work.
Oh man, that would totally work, because you could do like the leather with the pouches on the front, and then we do the furry one that's got the little buckles that hang off.
Yup.
Kind of ran with that, didn't you?
I'm thinking, man. You know me.
Leather
Like,
and
you give
furry
me an idea.
pouches?
Yeah, I'm running with that. I've already got some ideas. The chainmail ones. Ooh.
Yup. Yeah.
Eric, tell your mom I miss her. I can't wait
Oh,
to
yeah.
see her in November.
She can't wait, man. She can't wait to get back. She's gonna have a blast again. Yeah, for sure.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I have a 4.5 hour ride ahead of me.
Eat those
So-
coffee beans.
I'm gonna be just going to town on them. So thank
Yeah.
you for letting me hop on real quick.
You got it, brother.
And everyone that's coming next week, I will see you. I can't wait. Those that can't make it, I will see you all in November.
Hell yeah. Drive safe,
Guess
brother.
I'll
Good to see you, man.
See you in November.
And November. All right, guys. Take care.
Later,
Later,
man.
bro.
Peace, bro.
See ya.
Yeah, nobody steal my idea. Mythic Legions Underoos coming soon.
Too late. I just
Trade
emailed
post.
Retro Rags. I got this great idea.
Straight to retro regs.
So Joe G says, still waiting on that Mythic Legion's toilet seat.
Exactly, dude.
Yes, very nice. What's up, Sig?
Yo.
Big, what up, bros?
So behind baseball, you guys, I haven't even told you guys this yet, I don't think. So speaking as a child of the 90s, when I was in college in the 90s, I was a fan of the band Oasis.
Mm-hmm.
I largely like an early album guy, definitely maybe What's the Story, Morning Glory, that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I totally just love Oasis, think they're cool as hell, love their music. They broke up like 15 to 20 years ago. The two main guys in the band are brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher. They hated each other and bitched out at each other and, blah, blah, blah. They were never going to get back together. So I'm like, all right, I've never seen them live. I'm just never going to see them live ever. So fast forward to last year, and they announced essentially a comeback tour, right? Pretty limited. Basically, I think there's 5 or 6 dates in the US. They did a bunch in the UK first, obviously, because they're English. Then they're going to do like 6 dates in the US and some more dates like around the world. And of course, when the concert was announced, I was like, I will literally pay any price to go to this because I thought I was never going to be able to see this band live ever. So, of course, the concerts go up for sale and they sell out literally immediately, like within seconds,
course.
And it's like, God damn it. All right, well, I'll just have to pay secondary market or whatever when the tour actually happens. Problem there is Oasis said, to their credit, that they really didn't like the way, all this like dynamic pricing and stuff like that is going on with concerts and live shows where stuff automatically increases in price based on how many people are looking at it. And they hated the secondary market where essentially all these resellers come in and essentially, this is where the term came from, scalp, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Buy up all the tickets at regular prices and you can't go to a show without spending like $1,000 or something insane.
Yeah, easily.
So they were like, and I don't know how well this has worked out, but basically what Oasis said was, we're not going to honor any resale tickets unless they are straight up exchange tickets through Ticketmaster where people are selling them for exactly face value, or this one like English site that does resale. But again, they can only resell the tickets at exactly whatever the face value is plus fees.
Good for them, man. Good for them.
Totally cool. But now the shows are coming up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. There's one tomorrow night and one on Monday. And I don't have tickets yet because up until now, like on, Ticketmaster didn't have any more after they sold out. And on that English app called Twickets, there was really like none available. So now we're in crunch time right now. And they say most tickets get put up for resale in the 24 to 48 hours before the show. So here's where I'm at. This is like a once in a lifetime thing to me to see Oasis. I have to be there. I told Victoria, I'm like, I just have to be in the building. I have to be there. So sort of the plan right now is I keep checking the Ticketmaster resale page and the Twickets resale page. And I'm trying to get 2 tickets for tomorrow's show so that me and Victoria can go. But the plan is, if that doesn't work out, I'm literally just going to buy one ticket. I'll buy one ticket and go to this concert with 70,000 people by myself.
Make it happen, dude.
So if I get quiet and look down at my phone for a couple of minutes, that's why.
No, it's totally understandable, bro. That's
And if I jump up and start screaming and freaking out, that means I just got Oasis tickets.
nice. Hell yeah.
So
Hopefully it's the second. Rooting for you, man.
thanks, man. So that's been going on. Pretty pumped up.
Haven't been to a lot of concerts lately over the years, but I'll tell you one band that I did miss out on seeing that, like you, if they ever come back, and I have heard rumors of them doing a U.S. tour, is Radiohead. I've been, man, I've
What's up, Bill?
always wanted to see Radiohead live. What's up, Bill?
What's up?
Yeah,
You guys summoned me with the concert talk, the music talk.
Yeah.
Dude,
I've seen Radiohead, man, during the Rainbows
Nice.
album tour, man.
Yeah.
That was the only time I ever saw him. It was freaking amazing.
That's one of the few bands that in the last 20 years that I could say, like, oh man, I wish I would have seen them, because I mean they're just unbelievably artistically gifted as far as a group. So good. Tom York, man, is just probably one of my top 10 freaking artists of all time. So good. Love that band. But yeah, concerts sure aren't what they used to be, folks. They sure aren't what they used to be. I mean, man, no. I remember the days of going to, Music Plus or Sam Goody's or Tower Records and walking up to the Ticketmaster booth and paying $25
back of JCPenney.
Back of JCPenney or
back
Sears.
in the layaway area. You can buy tickets.
People would camp out. Remember, and like wait in person.
We used to show up at 11:30, maybe midnight, in front of one of the music stores and line up all freaking night, camp out. And but like I said, back then, I mean, we'd go see like Van Halen or Iron Maiden or the Scorpions or Motley Crue, and you'd literally paid like $15 to $20 for any ticket. It was just like now, like you said, you can't even touch the building under $500 for a big band. It's just ridiculous. And if you're anywhere even close to the floor, you're in the thousands of dollars per ticket. And it's like that's just ludicrous.
I was trying to get Pearl Jam tickets last summer. I think it was last summer when they were back around. They play Fenway every couple of years. And I saw them there, I think in 2016 and then 2018. And it was my first time ever seeing Pearl Jam was that 2016 show. And I've like been a convert. I was never a huge Pearl Jam fan.
Yeah.
And then like last year or whatever it was, I was trying to get tickets and it was like, okay, you can join the lottery. And then if you don't get picked in the lottery, you just don't have an opportunity to buy tickets at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that they're doing that so that it's, it's like anti-scalper stuff, but it's like, shit, I guess I'm not going to that show.
Pearl Jam is like my favorite. That was like my friends group from high school that I'm still friends with all those guys.
Yeah.
That was like our band. That was like our high school band. And I've loved them ever since. Some of my friends have seen them like countless times. I've seen them 5 times.
Yeah.
But I did see them back-to-back nights on Randall's Island in New York.
Nice.
During the No Code tour. And the reason why there's a couple of reasons why that's special. One, No Code is actually my favorite Pearl Jam album.
I love that album. Is that like, what is that, 98 or so?
96.
96.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was when they were having their fight with Ticketmaster. They were pissed at Ticketmaster for charging too much.
Yeah.
So the way they did it is they were like, they fought with Ticketmaster for a couple of years, but ultimately what they did for the No Code tour was they're like, we're not going to go through Ticketmaster. We're going to go through like these mom and pop shops.
Yep.
And the way you had to do it is like, you literally had to like wait for the ticket release date. And like, you had to call in on the phone and try to get through on the phone, and you could buy tickets there. Yeah. And the tickets, like the most expensive tickets were $28.
I'll be right back.
That's how much the tickets were. So I remember being in college, like all my friends were like, wherever we were at in college, we were like, sitting on the floor, sitting at our desks when that day, and we all called in the number and we ended up getting tickets. Not everybody did. So it was kind of cool. Like, and again, we didn't have cell phones or anything like that. So then we're calling around after that. Did anybody get any? I'm like, oh, Jay got 4. Oh my God, Jay got, and it was like a limit of 4. But we saw them back-to-back nights on Randall's Island. It was so good. Like John Popper came out during like a 10-minute version of Even.
They love having awesome guests.
Yeah.
When I saw them, I think it was the first time I saw them. It was also a 2-night thing, Fenway Park, 2 nights. I think it was like one night and then a night off and then another night, like the way they did it. But Jay Mascis came out and did their closing, which is Neil Young. And like, it was freaking, and I'm a huge I'm a much bigger fan of Dinosaur Jr. than I ever was of Pearl Jam.
Right.
So like seeing Jay Mascis come out with them was awesome.
Yeah, I saw Pearl Jam 4 times, and I think the first time I saw him was in 93, and then I saw him in 95, somewhere around 97 or 98, and then the last one I just sent you the ticket, and that was from that era, Jonathan. I saw him in San Diego, and that was, what was the date on that? Because I know they had to actually postpone the show and redo it. So that was 95. So I want to say it actually didn't. That show was actually pushed forward, and they were supposed to be with Bad Religion, and they forwarded. It was a couple months later. I remember it was during the summer, but we went and freaking the Ramones opened up for him.
What?
Yeah, I got to see the Ramones, dude, and then Pearl Jam. That was the last time I went to go see Pearl Jam. But that's when they took the tickets on for themselves, and yeah, they look at that, $22 for the ticket, dude.
With your name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is your name on it? I've never seen that before.
Because that's how they did it. It was like a personalized thing, like you said.
That's so cool.
They totally said, fuck, Ticketmaster, we're going to do our own thing, and it was like through their own like website or however you ordered it, but and it was all, that's how the ticket came. That was the ticket right there. Yeah, that was super dope, dude. I was a super huge fan of Pearl Jam for so many years, man. Such a great band, dude.
Yeah, I think I've got that ticket from the Randall's Island show somewhere. I know my one buddy keeps everything, so I know he's got a copy of it, and it was like this big blue like ticket. Like they look different. Like you can see, like, is this like a display you have, like a glass case where you have a bunch of tickets in it?
Yeah, I have a huge thing. It's like one of those things where it's like a glass, like a false glass front, and you just can put everything flat onto a board, and then it hangs or whatever. But yeah, and literally there's probably in that whole thing, there's probably like, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 tickets of the 200 concerts that I attended from my childhood to my early adult years. I mean, that's from what I had left, you know what I mean? So yeah, but that was the Pearl Jam. When you started talking about the Ticketmaster Pearl Jam thing, I was like, oh, I have one of those. I'm like, I remember that. That's
so freaking cool, man.
Yeah, and that was it. But look at the ticket price, dude. $22, bro. I mean, now, dude, Pearl Jam, fucking $800 for like a shitty seat at Pearl Jam. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. It's so sad too, because like I said, there's something so special about seeing one of your favorite bands live. You know what I mean? There's nothing like it, and like seeing a live performance. And now it's like you can't even do it unless you've got super deep pockets, or you're just,
or your favorite bands are still playing small gigs.
Yeah,
like I saw the Santa show, which is Primus, Pussifer, and Perfect Circle.
Oh,
and
nice.
I saw a video of that.
I talked with this. I think I mentioned this to you guys a while back, but I forget what the tickets were. They were maybe like $100 or something, which is reasonable. And it was it was a mind blowing show. It was incredible.
That's awesome.
Dude, I had one of those similar experience, not this past year, but the year before. I want to say September. Was it last year? Was it 2024? I forget if it was 2023 or 2024 in September. I went with a couple of my high school buddies to Philly to Union Transfer. Ryan, you might know Union Transfer, which is a pretty cool place in Philly where they have like shows and stuff. And there's like balconies, like all outlining like the room, and they have like bars in the room and stuff. So it's really cool. Dave Orkin, I bet, knows Union Transfer and saw Diggable Planets. So,
oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yeah,
yeah, the same. Like for people that don't remember, like they did like one really popular song, like "Cool Like That," but they were freaking awesome. They played with a live band the whole time. It's like a hip hop group, a hip hop trio, and like their album "Reachin'" is one of my top 5 favorite albums of all time, and because they're not like super popular, like tickets were like $30.
Yeah.
$30 each. One of my favorite shows of all time, I think.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Dave knows Union Transfer. So that's that. That's probably the last concert I've been to. You know what's funny is, so at work, I was talking to one of my coworkers, about the whole Oasis thing and how I've been like, you know, waiting to try to get tickets and waiting for an opportunity. And now they're finally going up, and he's a concert guy too. And he was telling me how he's taken like his wife and like his 2 sons and their wives or something like that. So he's taking a bunch of people to go see the Eagles, in the Sphere. So the Eagles are doing like this massive, number of shows at the Sphere in Las Vegas. And he was something he's been talking about for a long time. And there's probably like 4 or 5 people like in my office that are flying out to Vegas to see the Eagles in the Sphere. And it just made me think, like, what other bands that are still around today that could actually play there would you want to go see, like sort of at the Sphere? That will, you know, like that would benefit from those incredible visuals and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I don't know how true the rumors are, but I have heard something about Metallica getting some kind of thing going in Vegas where they're going to be doing like Vegas shows, something like that. I heard a rumor or something like that.
Guns N' Roses did that for a little while, didn't they?
They did, like
yeah.
when they first started touring again. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Metallica because I forget why it came up, but this guy, James, who I was talking to, he's going to see the Eagles. He mentioned another of my other buddy at work, Joe. You know, we were just talking about different bands we would like to see. And I'm like, well, Joe wouldn't go unless it was Metallica. Unless it was Metallica at the Sphere, then he wouldn't go. And literally 2 days later, I saw like something posted on the internet that Metallica might be in negotiations to do a Sphere run. So I think they would be incredible at the Sphere.
That would be super dope. Yeah, especially.
And they got to do it, I think, soon. The sooner, I don't think Metallica is the kind of band that can wait till they're too much older to do something like that. Like the kind of music, the energy it takes, like the amount of energy it takes to do Metallica shows is a lot different than the Eagles or someone else.
Yeah.
So they can't wait till they're 75 to do something like that, you know?
Right. Yeah.
I heard I don't know if it's still going on, but the tour they were doing like just this past year, I heard they were like kicking ass. That's the one I think where they're doing a tour. I think it's a stadium tour in the round. And they're like, the idea is that like every night has a completely different set list or something like that.
No, geez.
That's crazy.
But you mentioned Tool. Holy crap. That's another one of my favorite bands from college.
Like that's a band that could do a visual crazy hi-fi like thing.
I don't know that you want to see it.
I wanted to can you pull up Rob's comment about Nirvana? So he was trying to go see Nirvana in 93, December of 93, the very end of 93. He died in April of 94, I think. So he stuck in traffic and missed the show.
No.
That sucks. I saw them that year. I saw them.
You did?
October that year. Breeders that was probably the same tour. Breeders opened up for Nirvana.
Cannonball.
And it was awesome. And that was my jam. Like I know that like, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, you're either into Nirvana or Pearl Jam. But I was into like Nirvana and Sonic Youth and like kind of like the grittier stuff, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the more, I don't know, like feedbacky kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Dinosaur Jr., stuff like that. And yeah, that show was awesome. I'm a In Utero is to me one of the best albums ever. Like
Ever,
I thought
yeah.
it just blew. I thought it blew Nevermind out of the water in
Oh,
terms of how
totally.
awesome it is. Yeah, you
Totally.
know, like
Yeah.
but yeah, so yeah, and then we had tickets to we went to Lollapalooza the following year. Nirvana was supposed to be on that tour, on that Lollapalooza tour, but they actually the story is they actually bowed out even before he died. I think mostly because of his addiction problems, but
Mm-hmm.
then I don't know who I like it was Sonic, it was not Sonic, it was Smashing Pumpkins, Beastie Boys, Breeders were at that Lollapalooza. I don't know who filled it. I don't know if it was Beastie Boys who filled in for them or what, but
Yeah.
yeah, Bleach is awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, Anthony talking about Nine Inch Nails was just in Philly. That's cool.
They were in Boston last night. I didn't even realize it. They were at the
Damn.
Garden.
dude,
That's
I
a-
saw Nine Inch Nails in 06 or 07 at the Waterfront in Camden. Ryan, I know you know that venue. I don't know what it's called now. The Sony E Blockbuster. It's one of those amphitheater
They
venues
changed
or
it so many
whatever.
times.
But I had ACL surgery, so I was like on crutches. But I went with
Oh,
my
geez.
friends to go see the
That's-
the Nine Inch Nails show there, and we were like in the lawn seats, the grass seats,
yeah.
and it was one of the most incredible concerts I've ever been to. It was like a greatest hits,
yeah.
a greatest hits show where they played like half of Pretty Hate Machine, if not more, and like a bunch of other stuff. Like, and so the reason why I mentioned that I was on my crutches was apparently like we're all like, you know, like you're dancing around like at the concert, and my buddy grabbed my crutches and he's like, you know, waving it around like a lightsaber and stuff like that. But pretty badass.
Yeah, I seen Nails a couple of times. The last time I saw Nine Inch Nails, David Bowie performed with them.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was Nine Inch Nails and David Bowie, dude. I was freaking
Holy
pretty,
crap!
pretty epic, dude.
Yeah, they remade a song together, right? What was
Yeah,
that song that they
yeah,
did
a
together?
long time ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I got to see them with Bowie. That was freaking awesome. But yeah, I saw them earlier. I want to say maybe, God, 92, 93 was the first time I seen Nails. And I got man, yeah, during like the Pretty Hate
Because
Machine release.
you know what is Downward Spiral didn't come out till 94, and you know
Mm-hmm.
why I know that is because it came out right before Cobain died, and that's like what I was listening to when I heard on like MTV
really?
or whatever. Like I remember like that was my album at that moment, and
Yeah,
like that in my
yeah.
head that's that moment. It was like right
Mhm.
then.
I
Yep.
still remember
Um,
exactly where I was the moment I found out Kurt Cobain died. Like I remember I was at home. Me and my dad were like on the roof of our house, like repairing some like, you know, like shingles or something like that. And we had the radio up there and we were listening to the radio, and they made the report that Kurt Cobain had died.
Crazy times, man.
I have a funny Nine Inch Nails story. I actually never saw them back in the day. My first Lollapalooza was 93, so I missed
Mhm.
whichever one they were at, but I was going to all of them at like 93, 4, 5.
Mhm.
So it was kind of somewhat recently. It feels like an age ago now because it was pre-COVID, but it was like 2018, I think. And
Whoops.
my wife and I, it was actually, they played at the Wang Theater in Boston. If anybody knows the Wang Theater, it's one of those like classic, old,
a great name.
ornate theaters. It's like it's like beautiful, amazing sound. Like they don't even let you take pictures in there. It's like such a pristine, like old school place. But we were on our way there, and we stopped to hit up a bar to get dinner, and we sat at the bar to get dinner. It was baseball playoff time,
Mhm.
and it was was it the World Series? I think it was the World Series, or no, maybe it was the series before that. But anyway, we sit at the bar, and this couple sits next to us from LA, and they go, "Can you put?" I didn't even realize the game was on. I was just concerned about like getting dinner and then going to see Nine Inch Nails, you know.
Right.
And they say, "Can you put the game on? We want to watch the Dodgers." And it was fucking Ryan Johnson, the director of
What?
the director of Star Wars: The Last
Last
Jedi.
Jedi?
And yeah,
Oh, wow.
it was like right after. It was like a year after that movie, and like there's zero chance anybody would like recognize him. But like my wife and I had been watching the like the behind the scenes movie that they did like alongside it, and so like we were really familiar with what he said. It was really his voice, like the way he sounded. So it's fun. Yeah, we sat next to Ryan Johnson and like ate dinner. He literally sat right next to the one guy in the entire like city like radius that could probably recognize who he was, because you know like
Did you say anything?
Awesome.
we talked and hung out and and took a picture together and stuff. But
That's
awesome.
freaking awesome.
yeah, it was
Awesome.
hilarious.
Did you ask him what the fuck he was thinking with that opening joke? Can you hear me now thing? What the hell?
I told him I love the movie, which is true.
Right.
I know a lot of people hate that movie, but I think that movie is fantastic.
I think that movie's gotten like really great, incredible highs, and a couple of really bad lows to me. Like they're like, I remember Victoria went with me to go see that movie like at 9:30 in the morning, like a couple of days before Christmas, because I was like, I need to see this movie like in the theater. I need to see it. Blah blah blah. This is And I remember at the beginning of the movie when they were doing the "Can you hear me now" thing, and I was like, oh my god, is this going to be so terrible and horrendous? And there was a couple other moments where like the Mark Hamill, like milking the thing. I was like, this is not doing it for me, guys. But there's a couple other moments, like when what's her name? Holder, whatever her name.
Yeah,
Holdo, yeah. Like when
Admiral
she's
Holdo.
sacrificing Yoshi, like that was one of the cooler moments I've ever seen in a movie.
At the theater, like that. I know that people hate that light speed attack, but
I think it's amazing.
but at the theater, seeing that in that moment, in that silence that like
Yes.
happens like right before the explosion, like that was a genuinely like wild experience just to feel that like the air just get sucked out of everything for a second.
Yeah.
And then as far as lightsaber battles go, the lightsaber battle in Snoke's throne room is top tier to me. Pretty incredible. So
Heck yeah.
So we're talking about concerts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of movies, I kind of wanted to bring this up too. We started talking about this a little bit before we went live, but I've noticed, I don't know if you guys saw me post about it or not, but Chase and I went to go see the TMNT, the 1990 TMNT movie was re-released
nice.
in theaters. So
Yeah.
we went to go see it, and that movie I feel like still holds up. Like it was really cool. Like we brought a bunch of like turtle figures with us and stuff. But I think like the theater business, AMC and Regal and these guys have realized that all of us that are in our late 30s, 40s, 50s will absolutely go to the movies to see cool movies from the 80s and 90s, because that got re-released for a limited run. And then a week or two ago, Batman and Batman Returns were doing back-to-back showings in theaters. It did so well. I think there's more showings this weekend. I just saw something about Back to the Future's getting re-released in IMAX too. It's a good time to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my daughter finally watched that. She's the worst when it comes to like watching my movies or old, like adult movies or like classics or whatever. And she finally watched that, so I feel like that could potentially be one that I could take her to, because like she'll go to Star Wars, but like she still won't. She still has like no interest in watching Lord of the Rings. She's like, I don't want to watch that, and at some point she'll get into it because she's into like Avatar, and I'm like, if you like Avatar, you're gonna love Lord of the Rings, But I could see her coming along with me to like my wife too. Like she loves that movie too. But Back to the Future, that would be a really good one. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like November 1st, right, or something. That one.
I think so, because it's like for the anniversary, whatever the anniversary is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? But I don't know if it's the anniversary of the movie, or are they doing? Is this the year where Back to the Future 2 happened? 2025?
No,
Probably not. It was before this, right?
it was like 2015, I think.
Oh yeah, it had to be, yeah, because otherwise they'd be too old. All right. Well, it's for some kind of anniversary. It's probably the anniversary where the first movie came out, because it is Back to the Future, the first movie that's coming
Well,
out.
85. Did it come out? Did it come out in 85? Is it the 40th
think it did,
anniversary?
yeah. I think that must be what it is. But that also made me think, like, what other? Oh, that's not it. Also, Dark Crystal is getting a re-release.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah, my
Ah,
daughter won't go to that one, or
I'm
my wife. I don't think.
Fucking going.
You're going. You're going to. Let's go, man. Let's
Fuck
find a showing and go together, dude. I'm absolutely
Oh
going.
yeah, Clue. Kirby's right. Yeah, Clue. I think is also going back up. Yeah.
Back to the
That's our
Future,
family movie. Is Clue.
Back to the Future came out July 3rd, 1985.
There you go.
All
Yeah.
right, so they're missing the actual anniversary, but it's the same year.
Mhm.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how it is for you guys out in the East Coast, but over here in California, I mean, for the past 15 years, one of our movie theaters in particular, and all the other ones have joined along the years doing the same thing, but one of our movie theaters in particular has constantly, every year, month after month, they've always done retro films. And I mean, I've seen countless films, from horror to sci-fi to you name it, any genre, all the different genres of 80s films, from The Breakfast Club to Back to the Future. I saw like Jaws, The Shining, all the Nightmare Before, or Nightmare on Elm Street, all that kind of stuff. I mean, they've done all, and man, I love going back to the theater to see old films like that.
Yeah.
Love doing that. So cool. Especially, I mean, taking like my son, who's had never seen up to that point a lot of those films, and be like, dude, if you're gonna watch this film, you have to watch it on the big screen, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm super into that. So, but like I said, I don't know. Has that not been a thing over where you guys are in your movie theaters?
I don't have a smaller theater like that's convenient to me.
Mhm.
In fact, our big theater closed down a few years ago, and now it's an Amazon warehouse.
Oh wow.
But we did just get an Alamo Draft House in downtown Boston, which is pretty convenient to me. I haven't gone yet, but they do that sort of thing. And then there are some other theaters around that do that, but a lot of times our only option for like convenient movie theaters is like the AMC.
Yeah.
That's basically what's around me. I have an AMC and then there's a Regal, but by the time I hear about stuff re-releasing, I miss it. So
yeah, because usually a lot of these films they'll only show them maybe like for one weekend, and that's it, and then they don't show them again. So you kind of have to be on point or like up to speed on their website or something of like what's coming out that particular month or whatever. That's how
Quite frankly, we just don't go to the movies really much, because like unless it's like a movie my daughter wants to see, like 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 a kid's movie or something, we just don't go. We really don't have anyone. We don't have any family around here. Like we can't just like go to the movies and just like leave my daughter. Eventually, she'll be old enough, but like that time hasn't come yet.
No, totally understandable.
So
once in a while, like if my mom's up from Florida or something, we might do that, but we're more likely to just be like, you know what, let's just go out to eat.
yeah.
Have you guys ever done the 4DX theaters? Like ever seen a movie in 4DX or whatever it's called?
You know what? We went.
Is that with like mist and water and stuff spraying at you?
And the seat moves, dude. It is like riding a roller coaster trying to watch a movie.
Yeah, that's for me. That's too much of an experience. It takes away from keeping my focus on the film itself. And you're like, what's going? You know what I mean? You're like, why is the chair moving? And why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I understand the concept of it, and trying to, I don't know, maximize the experience and stuff. But I don't know. I'm totally not a fan of it. I think IMAX is really an awesome way to see a film, but that whole 4DX experience, like, yeah, I'm not a fan at all. Yeah,
So
I could totally do without it.
We went. I mean, it sucks for the guy, but he was going to take a sip of his beer, and the fucking seat jolted him forward. He was just covered. Just lost his whole drink all over himself.
Oh, I'd be so pissed.
There was like 45 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't really have any interest in that. And I think I saw that's what Back to the Future is getting re-released as, is the 4X or whatever. But I do love a big ass IMAX screen with huge sound. Like
beautiful.
we have we have this chain of that's I think there's like 3 or 4 stores, but this chain of furniture stores called Jordan's Furniture up here, and they have the biggest like some of the biggest IMAX screens in the country, probably in the top 10 in the country. They're just these massive screens,
Hell yeah.
and they've been around for a while, and like it's just always my favorite thing to go see a movie there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Heck yeah.
So just checking Ticketmaster and Twickets real quick.
Yep. Get those tickets, brother. Get them.
I think
Nothing.
I've only ever seen one movie in IMAX, and that was The Dark Knight.
Mm.
And dude,
Oh, that's a good one to see in IMAX.
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
My favorite ever IMAX movie was Blade Runner 2049. That
Mm.
movie in IMAX, and
Oh,
again,
yeah.
the biggest screens you have. Like,
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
yeah,
with that-
Jordan,
with-
Jordan, wholesome Warlock, Jordan. That was incredible. Seeing that one,
Now I'm scared, you guys.
scared of what?
Nothing listed right now for
Oh
tomorrow.
boy.
Mm.
Oh my god. It's all right. I'm sure it'll work out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ugh.
I do want to see Frankenstein in the theater.
Mm.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Again, it comes down to like, can we get out? Can we get out and see it? But I definitely want to see that in the theater.
Oh,
That's-
I seen a clip of that. The Wizard of Oz being shown at the Sphere. That
Yes.
was crazy.
They
That-
augmented it too with like
yeah.
holograms or something like that.
It looks insane, dude. That so looks cool to see
Yeah.
something like that.
I imagine it's a lot like or probably maybe more immersive than like you'll know this, Bill, at Disney. So like what is it, Flight of Passage, the Avatar ride or whatever
Yeah,
it is?
yeah, that's like effectively like a massive IMAX screen. That's just a
Yeah.
huge screen, and then the crazy like rig you're on that you're like flying around.
That's why they say like for the Sphere, like people with motion sickness and stuff like that either shouldn't like go there or like you need to be aware that it's like pretty intense.
You're talking about yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really cool. When they shake the apple tree, foam apples fall on the audience.
That's
Nice.
cool.
That's
Oh,
fun.
we were just talking about the Eagles at the Sphere. So how was that, man? I bet that was pretty amazing. That my buddy was telling me that I guess he had probably looked at some like videos and stuff of like prior shows, and it was a video of Hotel California, and like, you know, the lyrics where it's like on a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair. Like the graphic is like driving like on like this lonely desert road or something like that.
Cool.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah, that Eagles show definitely sounds like a much needed trip back to Vegas, man, for sure. To go see the Eagles at the Sphere, that'd be awesome.
Hate the fucking Eagles, man.
The dude.
We've been killing the movies though so far this year, and that works for me because going to the movies is one of my top 5 favorite things to do, like in the world today. I've said this a million times, but like, you know, I know with streaming services and how good home theaters have gotten and all that stuff like that, you know, less people are like really down to go to the movies. To me, there's never been a better time to go to the movies. The theaters themselves, the seating, the screens, the sound, the fact that you can choose your own seats ahead of time and you can kind of
Mhm.
plan out whatever kind of experience you want. You can probably plan it out. Like if you don't want to be in a theater with a bunch of people in it, you can probably plan that out. You know what I mean? Like if you want to be in a big theater, small theater, IMAX, whatever it is. Oh man, you can.
Yeah, they're more roomy these days.
Way
Yeah,
more
right?
funny. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Big ups
take
to
it. I'll
whoever-
take the higher ticket prices to have that space and comfort, and
Mm-hmm.
you know.
The seats are insane. I took was it last weekend? Yeah, it was before the show last weekend. I took my daughter and my 2 nieces to go see K-pop Demon Hunters. So they did a release of, it's on Netflix, but they did a release of the movie in theaters for like a sing-along event last weekend. And it was like the highest grossing movie of the weekend. And we go to this Regal theater, and the seats have like motorized reclining features. Like there's all this room, like there's plenty of room in front of the seats for like if the girls to get up and like dance, like while like all the singing and stuff was going on. It was awesome.
I will say this: as once you get down to 12 people in a theater, you kind of are getting into like you're just at your house territory. You know, like you're kind of getting like so like there is still something to be said about being in a theater where, you know, there's dozens of people. There's, you know, maybe like 50 to 80 people or 100 people or something, and you can feel the energy of it and stuff. You know, there is something about that, like especially like on an opening night where, you know, it's all the fans and everybody's there.
Well, like how about like near the crescendo of the MCU? Like that was pretty awesome. Like when being in the theater for the big showings of like Infinity War and Endgame, like when like, here's the deal, guys. We're all clapping at the right moments, okay?
Yeah.
We're all cheering at the references. We're all doing it, right?
Going to see. So this has happened a few times where like Fathom Events have done Lord of the Rings at AMC, extended editions. They'll do like, you know, like 3 weeks in a row, Wednesday. And you go there and it's sold out and it's packed and it's all Lord of the Rings fans, and the lights go down and you're off for like a 4-hour journey, you know? Like, and that is an experience, man. That is the best. I feel like I could do that every year. I could, you know, once a week, go to each one.
Especially when you're surrounded by like a whole house of just super fans, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Not like people like, well, what's this movie about? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's like watching a movie at a con, you know what I mean? Where everybody's a fan of this. It's so cool. It's so cool to see a movie like that.
Sorry, I'm pulling something else up here.
Speaking of streaming stuff, Bill, have you been following the Alien Earth series on Hulu?
No, I was trying to get my wife to watch it and she was not very interested. So I gotta probably just get in on it on my own at some point. But I haven't started it yet.
Yeah.
What you got,
really,
Ryan?
Really good.
No, I was gonna
I've heard.
say, Eric, I just started it.
Yeah.
I'm caught up, but dude, I am thoroughly enjoying it.
Super, super good, man.
I'm hearing nothing but good things about it. Everybody that I talk to loves it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
What's that streaming on?
Hulu.
Is it streaming? Hulu? Okay.
So if you got Disney Plus.
Yeah, or Disney Plus.
Yeah, I have Disney Plus. And I have both.
Yeah.
I just restarted. You know, we've talked about the Penguin a few times, the Penguin series, and I watched, I think, the first 2 episodes, something like that, like earlier in the year, and I thought it was pretty cool. But at that point, I had not seen the Batman yet, right? The Pattinson Batman movie. Since then, I've now seen the Pattinson Batman movie. I freaking loved it. I actually didn't even have that high of expectations, but I really, really enjoyed the movie a lot.
Told you.
So that made me want to go back and watch the Penguin. So I told you guys already. I started it again. I watched episode 1 yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I was like, it was even better. So now I'm excited to finish the rest of that season.
That's a great show.
Super good show, man.
So I got to do the Penguin. I got to do Alien Earth. And I don't do a lot of shows, but I'm excited about both of those. Can I tell you guys a little story? So I've been wanting to tell this the last couple of weeks, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to convey like what a cool thing this was, because it's all about like the feeling that finding something kind of like evoked in me. But it was such a cool thing to me. I kind of want to at least talk about it. So being in high school and college in the 90s, I, like most other kids in the 90s and probably every other decade, had multiple blacklight posters. You know, throughout the years had, you know, blacklight posters, lava lamps, the whole deal. And the 2 most prominent blacklight posters that I had one was like a Pink Floyd blacklight poster from The Wall, which I think at some point got thrown away. But at some point, it actually made it all the way from college throughout my whole life to my house because it was hanging up in my garage at one point. So I mean, there's possibility that still might be in the garage somewhere. But the second one was like sort of like this really generic blacklight poster that was like a psychedelic scene with like very like trippy looking landscape and like, you know, mushroomy, vibrant psychedelic colors. And it was sort of like a mountain scene with like these little dudes like traversing like up the mountain or whatever. So very simplistic, nothing branded about it or nothing that you would ever think you would sort of like see again. But I always remember that I had it, and like a few, like I think it was a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, I was like sitting there just watching TV, just like thinking about it. I was like, man, I wish I still had that poster. Like that was cool. I remember that hanging up like in my dorm room, or this place I lived, or that place that I lived, and haven't seen it probably at that point in more than 20 years. And I was like, you know what? Like, how would I ever find something like that? Like the Pink Floyd poster, like I bet I could probably find that. Like, you know, search Pink Floyd, The Wall, blacklight poster, and like go through whatever you find. But this one, I'm like, how could I ever find it? So I'm just sitting on the couch and I went to eBay, right? One of the moments where living in 2025 can actually be a really cool thing. Go to eBay and I just searched up like blacklight psychedelic posters, right? And started like going through like the different designs. And I didn't see it, but I saw one design where I'm like, it looks like kind of like a similar style. And I was like, so I clicked on the listing and I'm looking through it. And on one of the close-up shots, it had like a shot of like the border. And on the border, it actually had like a company name, which as I'm telling the story, I don't remember what the company name was, but I guess it was the company that made the poster and they were based in New York. And I was like, I was like, well, I bought the poster when I was in college at Rutgers, which is in New Jersey. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they got their blacklight posters from this company. So I just searched up blacklight poster and that company name. And the first freaking thing that showed up was my poster.
Nice.
And I had not seen it in years. And the only reason why I wanted to tell the story was like the flood of like feeling that I got. Like, I don't even know if I can really truly explain it correctly because it wasn't just nostalgia, even though, yes, it was nostalgia. It was so strong. It was like deja vu and like something else like beyond. I was like, and I'm looking at it because when I was describing to you the poster, that's the description I was giving myself, but I still didn't have quite a clear vision of the design. And then I was looking at it and I'm like, that's it. That's the poster.
That's awesome.
That I had when I was a kid. So of course I bought it, and
nice.
I didn't take it out of the tube yet, but I did open the tube to check it out. And it's one of those blacklight posters where it's like velvety or whatever.
Yeah, they're usually velvet. Yeah.
And this is it. This is the poster. This is what I was looking at when I was in college on one of my walls. And, you know, after that, like when I went home or whatever, it was hanging up on one of my walls. And to be looking at the exact thing that I was looking at when I was in college or when I was home in the 90s or somewhere else for the first time since then, the rush of feeling that I got from looking at it, like I literally can't explain how cool it was. And now I'm going to, you know, this copy that I bought, I'm going to hang up somewhere in my basement down here. So I was so pumped about it. That was so awesome.
You're just going to slap it up like we did in the old days? Or are you going to
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Nice.
no frame, no nothing. Thumbtacks. It's going
Thumbtacks,
on the
yeah.
wall.
Yes.
Yep.
No, we couldn't even use thumbtacks because we had like concrete walls in our dorms,
Oh,
you know?
Like blue tack. So we used blue tack basically a
Yeah.
lot of times, or Scotch tape.
Do you
Scotch
remember
tape.
like, I don't know if your college had this. My college had
Luster
like
out.
the first like week of school, there would be like a temporary like poster store, like on campus where you could go buy
Yeah.
posters.
Yeah, I remember
I
I
remember
used to get
getting weird
I used to,
stuff.
I used to get a bunch of posters when I was a kid. Well, we had like a I guess I mean they didn't call it that back then, but like a head shop where they sold
Yeah.
like all the band paraphernalia, and then in the
Mhm.
back they always had like where all the bongs and all the pipes and all that shit was, you know what I mean? So I used to get all my metal posters from all those places. But one of the other places that I would always get like nostalgia posters that I remembered from back in the day was like the book fair at school when they'd have the
Yes.
book fair.
Get
And
like a
you'd go in there
Lamborghini.
and, they'd always have like the coolest like whoever was like the hot it person during the 80s, if it was Michael Jackson or Farrah Fawcett or Lee Majors, or you know what I mean, it was somebody cool, or like the guy from Knight Rider, you know what I mean, like stuff like that you could get posters of, and I totally remember that.
So here's a copy here. So I don't know if it's the design is called Lost Horizon. And then once I saw that title, I remembered the title. But down here it says 2019 all rights reserved. So I wonder if they've just been reprinting this same design for decades now. And probably for decades before I bought it.
Yep. Nostalgia comes in many forms, my friend. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool that you the Black Sabbath one. Hell yeah.
So that was cool. I've been waiting to tell that story for a while.
It's awesome.
I wonder if I can find the other one. Here we go. Pink Floyd, Blacklight poster, The Wall.
The next thing on Jonathan's watch list is Lava Lamp.
Ah, that's it. This is it. This is the other poster. Now, this I might still have. Can I get a better copy of it? This one's all beat up though. That's kind of cool.
Vintage, man. Vintage.
Yeah, this is my other poster. This is probably still in
just like the Blacklight posters, as far as like nostalgia things that you, aside from toys, which I love, are things that were part of your childhood that remind you of a certain time or, whatever. But yeah, that's a cool one right there. But I love thinking about adding stuff other than figures to my collection, are things from the 80s era that I grew up in that were like things that I had as a child. And one of the things that I want to get, which is, it's kooky, but the old Garfield phone, the old Garfield telephone, nice. where the receiver was on his back, and when you pull the receiver up, his eyes opened up, and then when you put the receiver down, his eyes closed. It's just a big like a house phone. But things like that, it's just like, it's so nostalgic to like things that you actually had as a kid, and it's just like, yeah, man, like these things are cool. It's like stuff like that I'd love to reacquire and like I said, put in like a glass case as a kind of like a ode to the 80s display. I love stuff like that.
I still have like some random stuff like that, like on my turtle shelf. Mm-hmm. I have a do you remember these things where they were like I guess it was I was going to say shampoo, but I guess it was like bubble bath in like the character, and it was like a big plastic container, and like you took the head off the character, and that's where you pulled the bubble bath out of. I have a turtle one that was like I had the same one from when I was a kid, where I just kept the bottle the whole time.
Yeah,
and that's on my shelf now.
It's awesome. Hell yeah.
Do you guys remember the melted plastic wall? Like I had a Batman. It was like, I don't know. Maybe let me pull up a picture of it. Like It was like a shape of Batman, but it was made out of like melted plastic. It was like a very textured, like melted plastic. Hang on.
Sick.
Let me hold on a second. Let me, I feel like you guys are all going to be like memory unlocked when you see this kind of thing.
I can't wait. Not Ryan. He wasn't born yet.
All right, pull that up.
Sorry, Ryan.
Sorry.
Pull that up. These things.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I totally remember those.
Those melted plastic.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I still remember that thing on my wall. Like I kind of want to get one of those.
That's awesome. I totally remember those, dude. Yeah.
Look at Kirby. Funny. Kirby says, "You guys are going to see the Eagles and buying Garfield phones. I might need to start hanging out with kids."
He's been waiting for Figure Obscura talk for like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
he came in earlier. It was like, did I miss the Figura talk?
It's kind of like, all right, I guess this is what we'll talk about. But then, like, you get on and you just start talking.
This is the retro show, dude. Don't you know? We go all retro here.
Yeah, Trevor says he remembers it. That's freaking awesome.
That is awesome. I haven't thought about one of those in fucking forever, dude. That's like, hilarious.
Right? Like this kind of like it's almost like those like mirrors that you'd get at the carnival fair type
The
thing, you
carnival
know,
fair
like something
mirrors.
like that.
Yeah, fully.
I remember I had the Ghostbusters one
Yeah, I had a Van Halen one, carnival mirror. That's freaking awesome.
with those paper frames.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, it's
I remember I was at, it might have been RetroCon last year, actually. I think it might have been RetroCon last year, where I was at some table that had a bunch of vintage toys. And I found, it was one of those moments where you found this thing that you weren't looking for and you hadn't thought about maybe since you were a little kid. And it was like this, I don't know if you call it like a play set or whatever. It was like a fabric type case that was like in the shape of like a little log. And inside, I could look it up because I found out what it was, but like there were these little like either like chipmunk characters or something like that had like little furry tails, like for like little kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it had like, you know, a table, chairs that were like brown, like rubbery plastic or whatever. And I had it when I was a kid. Like I must have had it when I was like 3, 4, 5, something like that. And I probably had not thought about it since roughly around that time. And I found it on this person's table, and I was like, oh my God, I had this. I had these characters. I'm like, that's so incredible. And I was like looking at it. I have it on a live stream somewhere. So I have it on tape that I videoed all this. And, you know, I did that and I kept walking around. I walked away and I was like, man, I still was like flabbergasted by it. And I was like, man, I should go back. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. The popcorn, whatever, these things. I was like, you know, I'm going to go back. I'm going to buy that thing. I'm going to go back. I'm like, that was so cool. I'm going to buy it. And I went back to the guy's table and somebody had already bought it. It was gone.
See,
But if I ever see it again, it's mine.
someone remembered it too.
Yep. What's up, Brick? What's going on, man? Oh, man. All right, let's look again. Here we go. Checking. Circling.
Rick says they were the 70s crafts were off the hook. They were probably toxic as hell too.
But they would last forever.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Nothing for tomorrow on either site right now. It's all right. It's all right. It'll be fine.
Here's a little dip into nostalgia, but more newer style nostalgia. Everybody remember Swatch watches?
Hell yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I bought one of those, dude. That freaking, I was a huge fan of the Swatch watch, dude.
Yep.
Oop, sorry. Yeah. Old school Swatch watch, dude.
So that is like a straight up vintage one?
That's a vintage watch, or that's a remake?
This is a newer one. I mean, they
Right.
still make them, but yeah, this. I mean, I probably had like 6 or 7 of these damn watches as a kid. Swatch watch in the 80s, dude. If you didn't have a Swatch watch, you were nobody. Swatch watch and a pair of Reeboks. Come on, that was it. Yeah, freaking. I love this kind of stuff, dude. I love vintage 80s clothing and freaking old 80s shirts. Like we used to have a company called Public Image. They used to do a t-shirt line or a clothing line, and man, I've bought vintage shirts like that, or vintage like Maui and Son shirts, or the old Town and Country. You guys remember the old Town and Country shirts with like Thriller Gorilla and all that stuff?
Oh,
like
yeah.
man, yeah, that was like that was it. That was like epic 80s for us back in the days. Hell yeah.
I think I might do, if I can figure it out. Dave Orkin can help me here. Like I almost want to do, the Daniel White Dork Lair with the War Duke with the Optimus Prime and all that stuff, like that artwork.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, because like that's like colored in. It's amazing, right? Like it's amazing either way. Like I was thinking I would do a printed black and white, but like a screen printed black and white. But I almost want to do it like those old, like shiny, glossy ones that would rub off over time. But
Yeah,
like those ones, those shirts where you would get them and it would be like the Dukes of Hazzard, and it would be like this shiny thing. Like for the first week or so that you had it, would be like pristine. Like I almost want to do that.
We used to have a t-shirt place in our local mall. It was called T-Shirts Plus, and it was a full blown. It was like you'd go and it was like looking through a record store. How you flip through the records.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And all they were like
Screen prints. Or, yes,
laminated things,
iron-ons,
all
yeah.
iron-ons of all the iron-ons, and that's what those shiny prints that you get, like you said, you put them in the dryer a couple times and it starts peeling, and
Yeah.
but that's what those were. They were iron-ons, and we used to have
Yeah.
a t-shirt company that you'd go in there and you'd select whatever, and it was, I mean, every genre, everything you
Yep.
could under the sun that you could imagine. They had sports teams, they had everything. I mean, Star Wars, you name it. And yeah, you pick out your prints and you take them to the thing and you pick out whatever type of shirt, like a baseball jersey style or just a t-shirt or whatever, or even like a sweatshirt or a hoodie style, and they would iron it on for you. And that was
They're
what
like
you bought.
the fruit stripes of shirts, like
Yeah,
the fruit
yeah.
stripes where like the
Yeah.
flavor wears out after like 30 seconds. I think those
Yeah,
shirts.
totally. Yeah, old school iron-on shirts, man. Those were a huge hit in the 80s doing that stuff. That was a huge thing.
Let's bring it back. Mythic iron-ons. Let's go.
So many things that people just have no clue, like how special it was and how cool it was back then.
Malls were such a time capsule of,
Yeah.
that era. It was,
Yeah.
it'll never happen again,
Yeah, it was for us. It was the mall, and then like literally like maybe a block or two down the street, it was the two big arcades that were in our area. Malibu Grand Prix was one of them, and the other one was the Showboat, which was like a big giant like one of those big river boats with a big paddle on the back of it, kind of
Mhm.
thing. You know what I'm talking about? It was
Yeah.
it was a full size one, like an oversized one. And the inside of it was the
an
whole
arcade.
inside was an arcade. Yeah, it was so fucking cool. And of
We had-
course, in the back they had like the miniature golf courses and the batting cages and whatnot back there.
Massage parlor.
Yeah, yeah, but people just don't know, man. People just don't know what that era was all about. So
Real quick, can I give a
cool.
shout out real quick here? Jeremy Govier. I say
Govier.
Govier. I go with the French pronunciation. I'm sure that's fine. Check this out thing I got out.
Oh,
I
nice.
got a Rhaegor's dagger from
Nice.
Jeremy
Life size.
Govier.
That's
Thanks, brother.
fucking
and-
Tag on there?
dude.
That's a hedgehog, baby.
That's awesome, dude.
And that's not it.
Yes.
That is awesome, dude.
That is.
Were
not
we just talking about 1-to-1 scale weapons, dude? That's
Yeah.
so sick. That is cool.
Can you read that?
Eat shit, Sonic. That's awesome, dude.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
That's so cool.
I am so pumped.
Just don't impale your ass on that thing, dude. Freaking that thing looks sharp.
No promises, baby. Got a bunch of purple hearts too.
It's awesome, bro.
You freaking rule, Jeremy. And I got all kinds of instructions and stuff too. That's freaking awesome. Thank
That
you,
is
man.
awesome,
That's
dude.
really, really awesome.
It's badass.
Hell yeah.
Killer. Don't mess with me now. Otherwise you'll get shanked.
Dude,
Watch
seriously,
out.
bro.
Watch
If you're not wearing that at Legion's Con, dude, bro.
Yeah, you
Don't
need a
even
sheath
go to-
now.
Yeah, you need a sheath and freaking wear that thing.
It glows.
Like,
Live stream.
Like wear like one of those bags that's like a cross shoulder strap, and then have it in a sheath right on the chest, like right there.
That's right up your alley. That's what you wear, John, is the sling bags,
Satchel?
the sling satchels. Yeah.
Did I tell you guys about the backpack thing that I discovered at Disney with pins?
Mm-mm.
Like they make backpacks, because I'm always worried about my pins falling off my backpack, but they make them with a clear plastic over the top.
Oh.
There's a specific name for that kind of bag. I don't know, forget what it's called, but it's like I'm totally getting one, and I'm gonna
Okay.
totally like pimp out my backpack and have like the awesome pin backpack for
Hell
Legion's
yeah.
Con this year.
Hell yeah. That's way cool.
I think I mentioned before I was trying to think of a cool thing to do with like all my pins, because I started out I had a tie.
Yeah.
It was the whole the tie thing, but that thing's filled with pins now. I've got a bunch more. Now Jonathan can be
Just
the
wear
leader.
two ties. Just wear two ties.
I could.
Double up.
Call me Johnny Two Ties.
Wasn't there a movie where like a double tie was like a thing, like in the future? Like I don't know, like
Yeah, I think I know what you're
like,
talking
like
about.
Free
Yeah.
Jack or something. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, like where there's two tie. I
Yeah.
forget what movie that was. I feel like
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Goes along with the theme. Two Ties movie. There are movies
Not gonna-
called Two
I
Ties.
swear, if this works out the same way that poster search worked out, I'll be shocked.
What if it was Free Jack? That'd be awesome.
No, Joe, you'll always be the knife guy, bro.
I think it was Back to the Future. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I think,
Oh, was
I
it?
think it
Was it in
yeah,
Back to the Future?
yeah, Back to the Future 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he wearing two ties in that? The double tie?
Double ties, bro. That's funny.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Hilarious.
Too many windows open.
Yeah, that's how you got to come to Legion's Con. Two ties, one a regular one and one
Yep, there you go.
pinned out. Yeah.
You got to find that double collar with the little middle section there.
Yeah.
Classic.
We got it.
You
Yeah, there you go.
Tiny knots.
The double ties, dude. That's hilarious.
Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I love how it makes one design.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
come together. Yep.
That's pretty
Yeah.
badass.
Old Marty. Oh, it's hilarious.
Circle of Life. So, Steph's
I was convinced it was not that movie, and like I was like, "You're never gonna find that."
2025. You can literally find anything. Nothing is gone.
Anything, yeah. Shit, man. Like I said, I can't even tell you how many days I look through, and once you gave me those, you put the post for the website for all those old catalogs.
Mhm.
That
Oh, yeah.
dude, that's like I was like I'd never thought I would see that stuff again. Like
That
never,
person has
never.
done a huge service
Man,
to humankind by
oh,
creating that website.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Muse
that's
Technical. I think it's called Muse Technical. Is the
amazing, dude. Amazing. I'm just like, wow. I never thought I would see any of these ads or the way that they used to showcase action figures like this ever again.
and like you can
so
look at
cool.
like an 85 Sears and an
Yeah.
85 JCPenney and like compare
Yeah,
the way they like
yeah.
presented things and stuff.
Yeah, so freaking cool, man.
Larry always picks up like when they mistransformed a transformer or you know like
That's funny.
some like lore inaccuracy.
That's funny. Freaking elitist. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's too much, man. Seeing that stuff, like I said, I was spending way too much time looking at those things. I was like, dude, I cannot get enough of this stuff. It's so cool. So cool.
Hey Jonathan, any good trades lately?
There's I knocked out one. knocked out one. That was a wild one, man. So it's actually, since you mentioned it, let me tell the whole thing here. Actually, can I get rid of all these? Go away. Here we go. Bear with me here as I got to tell the whole story, right? Mythic Legions Cabal. Search for myself. This never works, by the way.
We pretty much put up our searches like
Yeah.
right around the same time.
So I had
Last night, yep.
from the recent test shot sales, I acquired some test shots, and I had this idea that when they came in, I wanted to do like a picture like the meme, like the trade guy, like I receive, you receive.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, I got these test shots. The Canox Vol one in particular, I would be perfectly happy just keeping. The Sir Ukjak, it's right now as we sit here, is the only Sir Ukjak I have till I get the regular one. And Bella Luth is amazing. So if I kept all of them, that'd be fine with me. But I was like, I have these test shots. Let's go big game hunting. So that's how I made my post. And I put up a few of the figures that I'm really looking for. And that would be Morgulith, Keltis, the Paladin, so the new one,
Mhm.
and then the Monkey King test shot. And I figured there's a possibility of a match there. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, and I don't know what it would look like. Maybe a couple.
Nobody contacted you with a paladin. I'm surprised that one. Like that feels like one that could be
Yeah.
totally doable.
Maybe somebody's not going to trade a Keltis or a Morgulith, but I think it's worth asking. And who knows? Sometimes you can just start a conversation, and maybe you can put a package together with a test shot in this, whatever.
And
But-
it takes 10 seconds to put up a post like this. It's not like you're like spending some crazy energy, wasting time. Like, yeah.
Plus, if nothing, that picture I feel like is worth it. It's funny by itself, as far as I'm concerned. I enjoy looking at it. But then as I'm scrolling through, number one, I saw it, and I think Billy Beige tagged me that Bill had put up a post where he was willing to trade the Monkey King test shot he got, but he was looking for the HasLab Cantina figures.
Mhm.
And I was sitting in my wife's chair in the living room. She has a chair that's hers. She's got the best chair, so I was sitting in it, and I was like, holy shit, that's literally, I just 5 minutes ago put a post up looking for a number of figures, including the Monkey King. And then I looked this way in my living room and I saw the HasLab Cantina that had just arrived. And I was like, oh man. So I don't even need to go into all the details, although I'm fine with it. I reached out to Bill and was like, hey, for that trade, do you need all of the figures or, what's important to you type of thing? So, and you were looking
anyone else but you, I would have said all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any stranger, I would have hardballed them. But like when it's like a friend, trading is so easy.
Yeah.
Just like let's figure out
Absolutely.
what you're willing to let go of.
Yeah.
Right. To me, this is a $60 figure,
Mhm.
and so like let's figure it out. So you kept the Tonicas. The whole thing. The funny part about it was like,
This is
we were
the
like,
best part.
is it okay to split up the Tonica? Like at one point, the deal was going to split the Tonicas, and we were going to each have one of the Tonica sisters. And we're like, is that okay? Is that an okay thing to do? Like, and we're like, no, let's not split them up. So Jonathan kept the Tonicas, and I got the other 3 figures.
Nice.
So
nice.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, and that's why we were talking about it. Bill's like, wait, do you think it's okay to split them up? And I was like, dude, I don't think we can split them up. They're not supposed to be. I was like, let's redo the deal. You get both Tonicas. We can't split them up. Like, we can't, you know what I mean?
He's like, no, you take the Tonicas. No, because the Tonicas are they're like the big appeal because they've never ever been done at all. And there was a huge thing that was like Victoria's Cantina was heavily involved in like getting that licensing, like encouraging that licensing deal to happen, and Hasbro like making it happen, and it was just like a big thing. So yeah, splitting up the sisters, you can't do
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it's so those want, because of that history with those characters and action figures, there's like a they're kind of like the big draw of it. But for me, I'm more about the creatures and aliens, so it just made sense. And I know they're probably technically aliens, but like I'm more into like the weird stuff, and Greedo is my all-time favorite Star Wars creature, alien, so.
Yeah, that's why. But it was just like a fun process. Even like I was having like anxiety about it, not real anxiety. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh man, I'm like, is this a fair deal? Like I wanted to make sure that you were like happy with what you were getting. I was happy about, like, I typically only trade with people I know. Like I haven't done a ton of trades, but I've mainly just dealt with people that like I know. So it's kind of like you don't have to worry about anything. It's kind of like, all right, what's important to you? What's important to me? Like, what can we do to get out of this? But
I try to be, and this is less so with you, but with others where I don't know them quite as well. I try to be as accommodating when it comes to trading, like as generous and as accommodating as I can be, because I want to not just make a trade. I want to like forge a friendship and build community. I don't just want it to be like a transaction, because especially when you're like talking for a while and you're going back and forth and you're sharing, like you want to like, build community and make it contribute to it being a fun hobby and community.
It's kind of, and it's an interesting thing too, because we're talking about both sides were things that, there's some kind of gray area. It's kind of like, what's it? It's really one of those things where like, what's it worth to you? Like, what about it is important to you? Because the price is such a like dollar amount. I try not to think about dollar amount too much, except to make sure the other person is getting a fair deal. Because they were both things that were purchased at one price that are probably worth more now, but it's like the Cantina, that's something I paid for a year ago. So it's like it kind of just showed up at my house.
Right. And
like
the Monkey King was $60 or 75 or whatever it was. I think 75. Like it was not, like these test shots are like $200, $300, $400, but like, I bought it for 75. Like it's so thinking about like, okay, these 3 figures that are exclusives that are like super hard to find right now, like in my mind for 75, whereas the other end of it is like, okay, these figures are probably going for $80 to $100 on the aftermarket. It probably evens out, but they're just add-ins on a set that you bought. So it's like, there's like very little like buy-in from either end, but like the outgoing product is something that has like this good value. So it's a great trade because you can both wiggle a lot on something like that.
100%. And I gotta be honest with you, I hadn't looked at the values of the Cantina figures until after the deal was done or whatever, and I was like, some of it's just stupid. Like the Tonica sisters are they're the most expensive ones, but like the numbers are just
they'll go way down.
Yeah,
because
they're gonna make them again.
There's so few out there right now. Yeah, and once they reissue them, I mean Greedo, they're doing the toy colored version without the coat, without the vest, but like but it's gonna take a while. Like five figures. Like if you think about it, they haven't even started chipping away at the Rebels yet from last year's Ghost. Right? Like I still want a Hera. I want a cartoon Hera. Like they haven't done that yet. Like, so, like it's going to take a while.
Yeah. And that's part like when I was thinking about it, I'm like, what am I really giving up? Like, it's cool that these are the ones that come with the Cantina, but like the biggest draw to even getting in on this HasLab to me was being able to set it up. And then once it's set up, every show that I'm at, I can be hunting for a denizen to like, to be in the Cantina. And I'm like, I can get myself another Greedo. I can get another Wu Hair, the bartender. So I was like, it's all good to me.
Yeah, the eBay prices for those Tonica sisters, holy shit. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. And it's just the card back that's exclusive, according to the thing.
And the best part is I'm taking them off the card.
You're a wild man.
These ones are coming off the card. Nothing else. Everything else.
I'm gonna have to decide if I'm gonna open these, because that might be like I don't know what the other 3 figures. I don't know what's literally the number on the back might be the only thing that's exclusive with the other 3.
I looked on the listing and I didn't see anywhere on like the actual HasLab listing that it didn't say anywhere that the figures were actually exclusive to the HasLab. And
it just says exclusive figures on all 5. But it doesn't say like what about them is exclusive. Is it an accessory? Is it a paint scheme? It's definitely not the sculpt. They're going to redo the sculpt for sure. But it might literally be the instead of the VC number, it's the HAS number on the back. But yeah, I mean, I may end up keeping Greedo sealed for now because I got the other Greedo coming in, the toy colored one from the Cantina set. From the the Cantina Adventure set with the 4 like Hammerhead and I forget who else is in there. Hammerhead, Greedo. And
oh no! I'm sorry.
What's up?
So I pre-ordered that set on Pulse, right?
Yeah, that's shipping like
and
next week.
That was really cool, and I got rid of it. I canceled it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like going through. I'm like, oh man. I was like, I don't need to, because it's like, what is it, like 60, 70? Like it's like
$60. Yeah. It's not cheap.
So,
although, I mean, I guess like they're like $15, $16 now. So it's kind of there.
I might have to go back and get it now.
Like the Hammerhead that is the standard like kind of movie version, like the new Hammerhead that's like a single carded one is a deluxe, and it's $25. 3 3/4 Hammerhead brand like new release is 25. It's a deluxe. It's $25, and I'm like, I hope that thing goes on sale because the only other way right now, like that set is the way to get Hammerhead, but it's it's toy colors. I want the other Hammerhead, but I really don't want to pay 25.
Am I doing this the long way? Should I go shipping now? Trying to look it up.
You're looking up the Cantina set.
Yeah.
It's on Pulse. If you look up Cantina on Pulse.
I'll just look up Cantina.
Cantina Adventure. So it's
There it is. Yep.
Walrus Man, Snaggletooth, and Greedo and Hammerhead are the
Yeah.
4.
Boom.
Blue Snaggletooth.
Yeah.
So it's it's basically the original set. That's where that blue Snaggletooth came from, was that
Mhm.
set.
Boom. There you go.
It's awesome. And you
Yeah.
canceled this set, Jonathan?
Yeah, I did.
It's still available, I
Yeah.
think.
I'll just put it
Yeah,
back in.
it's still available.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool set.
Yeah, they're all individually carded.
Very cool.
The cards look great, and you'll see when I shipped it too. It comes in this like flat box, and there's like a cardboard like thing on top of them inside the box to keep the cards nice. So I shipped it in that. So I think it should come
cool.
through. Should come through pretty pristine.
Sweet. My problem with sets like this is, so when I keep something carded, I want to hang it on the wall, but they're unpunched. They're unpunched, so I don't want to punch it. So like, if I keep it on card, it'll probably go into a case. Is like that's the situation with something like that. But
Trevor said, as a stupid kid, he traded his blue Snaggletooth for a snow.
Ooh.
but at the time, I bet that
was probably a
Oh,
good trade.
yeah,
felt
that was a
felt
good
really
trade at the time. Yeah, there was no doubt.
Yeah.
For a snow speeder, heck yeah, I would have done the same.
That's pretty badass. Oh man. Yeah.
Hey Bill, I have a like I think 2 still left. I have 2 carded exclusive Astromechs from Disneyland that you might be interested in, dude.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Yeah,
Send me pics.
Yeah, I'll send you pics. See if you have either one. If you have, do you have any of the exclusive Astromechs or no?
Maybe one or two. Probably
Yeah.
not gonna match up with the ones you have. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. I'll send you some photos of them for sure. Because I'm not doing anything with them. They've been in a tote for years now. So it's like
Sweet.
one of those things that like it's kind of weird, like where you don't really know who's gonna want this stuff anymore. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
where to it's like. But when you hear people like kind of sparks a light, and you're like, oh, okay, wait, I know I got something. I got something that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you go to the Star Wars store? Or sorry, go ahead, Eric.
No. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask Bill, did you go to the Star Wars store when you were in Disney?
I went to a number of Star Wars stores.
Uh-huh.
I don't know like which one specifically you might be talking about, but like I the one I was looking for was supposedly they still do those Disney droids. The only ones I found 2, like the Droid Factory ones. I found a TC-14 and the current Halloween one. So that's really all I found. They did have the new Star Tours ship.
No way, really? You could just buy it?
It was just, it was there, but it's like a $350 large box. I'm not going to like buy that at Disney and like try to take it home on my plane ride.
I heard you
It'll
going
be
to
on my
Disney.
lap.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Hello?
Plus I don't have anywhere to put it in here. Like my My Razor Crest is my one big like
Mhm.
centerpiece kind of thing
Hmm.
for Star Wars. But
That
yeah,
was-
I mean, went to a lot of there's quite a few Star Wars stores there. Yeah.
I went to 2 different ones. I want to say I don't remember I don't remember what there's like an area there in the parks you can take one of the buses to where it's like a whole big shopping center.
Yeah, it's Disney Springs.
Disney Springs, yeah.
Hmm.
So I think the main 2 Star Wars stores I went to were there. And I was just all excited buying Star Wars stuff in the midst of all this Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
And so I bought like I bought the Black Series Force Ghost set where
Mhm.
it's like Hayden Christensen and Obi-Wan with like the purple the purple hues and stuff like that. And I don't think I ever would have purchased that set in any other scenario
Yeah.
because I hate the Force Ghost part with Hayden Christensen. It makes no damn sense. I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
those movies. But like
Didn't
I
they
got
do one recently? I think they did one recently where you can present it as either Sebastian Shaw
I
or
think that's right.
Anakin. I think in the vintage.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's right. But I got excited and I bought the set and I thought it looked cool. I forget. I was looking for there was some I think it was a Disney Park exclusive TVC. I don't remember. I don't know what the names are, but one of the Wookiee characters from the Christmas special, from the from the 70s.
Yeah.
There was and it was like a Disney Park exclusive, and I was like asking people about it, like at the Star Wars stores, and they had no idea what I was talking about. I felt like the biggest dork. I'm like, you work at the Star Wars store
Yeah.
at Disney in the midst of all the Star Wars stuff. And yet I know about a Star Wars toy that's out right now, and I'm asking you about it, and you've never heard about it.
They're like, dude, I just work here.
I will say though,
Actually,
like for the most part, there was one guy that's an exception. I'll tell you about him in a minute.
nice.
For the most part, all the Disney workers were super knowledgeable, especially when it came to like, I can't figure out how to like do something with my Magic Band or my app or like any of those like technical things. We had a couple of things where like, can you help us do this? They were like right on top of it. They were everybody was like super knowledgeable. The one time there was this one guy who couldn't answer my question was in Frontierland at a little breakfasty coffee kiosk thing. And this guy was like really like an absolute character. First of all, he had a hairnet with like the biggest head of hair I've ever seen. It was this huge head of hair. And he had the deepest, this deep voice. He had like this, like, I can't even like imitate his voice. It was like this real deep, I can't even do it. Like, it's so weird. Like his voice, not to like judge or anything, but it was just like this surreal, strange kind of guy, And I go, do you guys have decaf coffee? And he goes, let me check. I'm not sure. And he takes out the manual for his job training and he starts flipping through the manual and he goes to the coffees and he pointed to something. It was what do you call it? What do you call the cold pour? Cold brew? It was a cold brew.
Right?
And he goes, cold brew. Can you look? He goes, I'm not sure if that's decaf or not. And he just had me hold the like manual and I'm like, it's not decaf. Like he wasn't sure if like, I don't think he knew what decaf was. Like, I don't think he knew what decaffeinated, like he just didn't know what it was. Like, and he's the guy that they hired to like
Sell
run
coffee.
the coffee shop. Like, lo and behold, they didn't have decaf at that one. I'm like, holy, like we went from like experts to like the absolute like nothing about the exact specific job you were hired to do.
Exactly.
And it's a simple question, and he pulled out the training
Do
manual.
you have decaf?
that's
Let me take out my training book.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Maybe you were getting punked. Impractical Jokers or something like
He
that.
starts talking all high voice. He's like, I got you.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you think decaf would not be a question that you would have to like literally go to the manual for. Like, wow, that's crazy.
That would never happen to me though.
Because you don't drink
I'd
decaf.
never ordered decaf. Yeah.
Brick says,
I'm
"Ah,
like
that
the
was
only guy. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only guy in the world who drinks decaf.
the Brick says
Because
that
like
was,
I think most people they just quit coffee altogether. They are not like living the decaf.
that was that cast member's final day at the park."
And we
Oh,
got the candied bacon from that place. It was had nothing to do with that guy, but the candied bacon was trash. It was weak.
That's funny.
Sounds like that place wasn't a great experience.
Yeah, that was not
Speaking of Disney, I went to dinner with a friend of mine the other night, and we're planning a trip with me and a couple friends and my boy. We're finally going to go back to Disneyland. I haven't been back to
Nice.
Disneyland in probably,
Nice.
I don't know, 12, 13 years or
Wow.
so. So yeah,
Nice.
we're finally going back, and yeah, going to make a full day of it, and finally going to get to see and experience Galaxy's Edge and the whole
Yeah.
nine.
Nice.
So that's going to be super, super cool. I've been waiting forever to go back to Disneyland to check it out. So super pumped. We're going to go in like mid-October, so it'll be nice and cool. The Halloween theme will be in full effect at Disneyland, which I love going to Disneyland during Halloween. It's always a freaking time. So yeah, I'm super pumped on that. It's going to be a
Cool.
lot of fun.
I mean, it was already in effect when I was there.
Yeah.
Like in actually technically we were there in early August. We were there
Yeah.
August 11th was our first park day. Or August 12th was our first park day. So, technically like the first half of August. And already they were setting up the like all the fall stuff. It was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. What I always say, my own review of the Orlando Galaxy's Edge, is that my review is as cool as I ever thought it was going to be. Like, it was better. Like in almost every way, it was better. I don't know that I would have thought that I would feel that it was as immersive as it was. That when you're walking around, you're literally just walking in this completely different place for a while.
Mhm.
I thought it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I would go back just for that.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna soak it all in, man, for sure.
Mhm.
Because it's been a long time that I've been back to that park, and I used to back when we were kids. One of my friend's moms actually worked for Disneyland, so it was cool during the summertime. Of course, we were off from school. We used to go with her like probably 3 times a week. We would go with her to work, and she would walk us in because they could have like an employee entrance, and we would just walk right in with her. We didn't have to pay for
Nice.
tickets, just walk, and she would, be at work all day, and we would be at Disneyland all day. And
That's
back then, I
amazing.
mean, there's only so many times you can go on the rides, so a lot of the times, because back then I was big into like 35 millimeter photography, and I used to just spend hours upon hours in the park just taking photographs of different parts of the park, and it was just like it was cool just to like immerse yourself in that.
Do you have those old
world.
photos? Do you still have all
No.
those negatives? No.
I don't have any old photos like that anymore, dude. Which sucks because I literally had hundreds and hundreds of pictures from Disneyland. I used to have like 2 huge photo albums of that shit, and I don't have them anymore. But yeah, that was like that's how I kind of feel about going into Galaxy's Edge, is just really immersing yourself in that whole other world, like a Star Wars world. Like where else can you see or experience something like that? So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Next time
man.
I go, I want to spend more time just appreciating it in the moment, because like we were running around trying to hit rides and like just like see as much as possible, but
Absolutely.
there's definitely something to be said to just like grab a coffee, a decaf if you can find one, and, and walk around and just like just kind of like stroll around and just like relax, and like that would be like, I know like a lot of people go early entry and go early so they can hit the rides, but even just walking in to just walk around and just stroll when it's like quiet and cool, that would be a fun experience.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm super pumped.
That's why I think that's one of the reasons I fell in love with Animal Kingdom so much. Was we went to Animal Kingdom like the day after we'd had like a pretty hectic day. It might have been the Hollywood Studios day where we went to go see Galaxy's Edge and everything. And in the morning, we just went over, and I remember like the morning was hectic too for some reason. I don't remember why. But then we got to Animal Kingdom, and you just walk into the park, and it's just like this complete change of vibe where it's like just this peaceful, serene, rainforesty, jungly,
Tons of green,
area,
tons of shade. Yeah.
Mhm.
big, wide, natural-looking walking paths, and it's just like I could walk through Animal Kingdom probably for hours and hours.
Mhm.
All right, guys. I think that's
Poor
probably
Kirby.
it for Saturday
Kirby's been
night.
waiting this whole time to hear about
I'm sorry, hold on. I didn't.
Figura Obscura.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, there's a Jersey Devil on Figura Obscura. There you go.
What?
Go watch last week's episode.
Yeah.
Have a great night, guys.
So the last time I checked in, here, let's make sure this is up to date here. Let's refresh. Yeah, the only thing that's sold out as of right now is the pin. The pin is sold out. Still get the mug. And
I
still
loved
get
hearing Jeremy describe the pin and like the whole situation with the pin where
Uh-huh.
Pat Bussey did the final like line work for the pins, but it was based on because one of the silhouettes was Nate and the other silhouette was Tom,
Mhm.
and then it's all of it's based on Eric's sculpts, right? Like it's just like this really like culmination of collaboration on those pins, just really
Yeah.
special.
Super cool.
Yeah. Can't wait to get my new coffee cup.
That coffee cup is pretty amazing, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty
I'm with
bad.
Curtis in that that's a cocoa cup. My problem is
I see marshmallows on the top of that cup on the rim.
when you fill
There's
a
nothing wrong
tall
with that.
one like that with coffee, by the time you get to the bottom, it's cold. Like there's a
Mhm.
certain shape and size. I get like having a really large coffee cup, but it needs to be my like twist top insulated mug that stays hot for like 6 hours. Like not that, you know?
yeah.
So I won't even fill one of those all the way up because like it'll get cold. I'll just keep refilling.
So, my perfect mug, though. So, this is like the same mug as the Father Christmas mug.
Yes.
The red
Yep.
one. I love those mugs. I like the finish on them. I like, everything about them, the texture. That mug, shorter. Maybe like, that mug just shorter would be the perfect mug for me. Like, I loved the Headless Horseman mug, but I didn't love the texture as much, It didn't have like that.
I love
sheen to
those.
it.
I love that it's got the matte outside and the
Yeah.
glossy, different colored inside. It's the same exact mug as the Krampus. I love those. My only problem is my Headless Horseman mug has a big old chip in it because like I said, I use these mugs like daily.
Mm.
Yeah, I broke mine. Yeah, and I said
The
this.
Headless Horseman one you did?
I did. Yeah, like
Mm.
broke, like it had to go.
Shattered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bummer.
But I put them in the dishwasher, and you really shouldn't. But like, what I'll do is I'll hand wash them for a couple of days, and then it's like, all right, there's no time. It's Tuesday. It's going in the dishwasher, and then if you keep putting them in the dishwasher, I think ultimately at some point they're probably going to break. Maybe.
Yeah. See, I don't use it. I have a dishwasher. I almost never use it. It's only 3 of us. We never fill it up. And the only thing that happens when we use our dishwasher is that I get to a point where there's something that I need that's in the dishwasher and I got to take it out and wash it to use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I hate the dishwasher unless it's like Christmas time and like we have guests over and we're like filling that thing up. Otherwise, we just hand wash. I'm happy to hand wash everything, not to be in the situation where like I can't find a thing and I find out it's like one of 3 items in the dishwasher and I got to take it out and wash it.
Yeah. Over the past 30 years, I've owned 3 homes, and each one of them had a brand new dishwasher in it. Never used one of them. Never.
Really?
Yeah. We don't use dishwashers, dude. We just wash by hand.
I use the
Yeah.
dishwasher all the time. I love
Never.
using the dishwasher.
I'm a wash as you go kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a
exactly.
pile it up. Just a couple dishes, wash them up, put them in the thing.
Yeah. They don't pile for sure. No, wash and go. It's funny. I don't know if if like I said, I'd have to check because I know I have a collection of mugs in the pantry or the cabinets. But if I have that, if I have the Headless Horseman mug, which I don't know if I have it or not, if I have it, yeah, I'll send it to you, John.
No way, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, because I mean, all those mugs. I mean, a couple of them are paintbrush and pencil holders, and the other ones are all just in the cabinets. I don't know. I like you guys all drink coffee. I don't drink coffee, so I have no
Mhm.
use for those mugs whatsoever. I mean, I buy the all in and I get the mugs, so I'm like, okay, I guess it just comes with it. But they're of no use to me. Trust me. So if I have that one, I'll definitely let you know and send it your way.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure.
The Egyptian gods mug, that one's cool too because I think that's the only one that's been that shape, right? And it's a little bit more of like what I'm talking about as far as the height that I'd be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite mug. That's the perfect mug in my opinion.
Yeah, that seems like a coffee cup, like a
Yeah.
standard size, like perfect size coffee cup. The other ones are they're mugs. They're like huge.
Yeah.
They're deep. Like I said, perfect for
And then
holding.
like the
pencils
Monkey
and-
King and the Krampus are like your classic, like almost like diner. They're not the same kind of mug as diner mugs, but they're kind of like that size. They're like diner
Mhm.
mug size, like a little smaller.
Mm-hmm. wasn't the Monkey King that like metal
The tumbler, yeah.
the tumbler, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have a second one that's I think the same shape as like the Krampus and figure and the headless, the second Monkey King one, which I never got that one. I don't
Mm.
collect all the mugs.
Yeah.
I have so many mugs that I don't collect them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I can't even tell you which ones I know I have a bunch of them, but I just, like I said, once I get it, I take it out of the box, I put it in the cabinet, and I never think about it again. So, like I said, I have to take a look and see what I actually do have. But I know I have quite a few of them.
I used the Egyptian gods one for a while and I loved it. And then one day my kids used it as like a paintbrush holder.
Ah. Yeah, you're like, I don't think I want to drink in that anymore.
No, when they're done, they had like there's like just a little bit of paint like around the edge, and I'm like, that actually looks kind of cool. So now it's just been like sitting there, like
I use the metal ones for I literally have this there with my painting stuff because these to me are like perfect for painting. Because if you drop, like, this is not going to break. This is not ceramic.
Not
it's
at
metal.
all. Yeah,
it'll chip. But if you're just using it for painting, who cares?
Yeah.
So I like those for that.
Yeah, those are cool mugs. Surprised the All In hasn't sold out.
me too.
It's like the people who missed the All In last time, and then the pins sold out, and then they went in and got the pins this time because that's like what they needed was the pins.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Oh, the second Monkey King was a tin mug. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
might
realize
actually
that.
still be up.
Hmm.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's that one.
Metal fireside mug.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. I just saw like sort of the general shape of it and I just didn't even think about it. Yeah. Cool. They are nice. The tin mugs are great. It's just like it's not a coffee mug because it gets hot and cool, no insulation, and
Here's the water tumbler.
that's what Steph is talking about.
Yeah,
She-
that's what I have right there.
Yep, I got one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's still up except for the pins.
That's cool. Like I said, at least it gave an opportunity for all those that missed out last week on it that they could pick it up.
Yeah, I'm still pretty pumped about this.
I love those wings, man.
But yeah, it looks so badass. And it's the first time we're getting these legs too. See?
Yeah, super dope. Yeah, those translucent wings are freaking sick.
I got them with Just the head with nothing else on there right now.
Nice.
That's still badass looking.
And he'll be here in time for Halloween, most likely. So bang.
Oh yeah. Yep. If anybody finds the Alf, or if anybody notices that a single issue Alf costume kid Ben Cooper NECA figure, speaking of Halloween, if anybody sees one in store or notices that it's up individually on Big Bad Toy Store, let me know. I'm on the
Definitely.
hunt. That's the
Definitely.
one. I want that one, and then I need the War Duke, which is not till next year, but I need that War Duke too.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're doing some really cool shit there. I've got 2 so far. I've got the Gizmo, the Gremlins Gizmo one, because I actually had that costume as a kid, and then I have an Aliens one because that's one that Victoria got for me
Nice.
for Christmas.
Yeah, I have the Xenomorph and I have Beetlejuice. Those are the 2 that I have.
If they do like an Indiana Jones or a Skeletor, I'm gonna have to get those because I had those
dude,
too.
if they did any of the Masters of the Universe ones, that would be super dope. Which
Mhm.
I can't imagine they wouldn't, because yeah, that would definitely be right in that line.
They're already doing DC stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen tons. That's
Yeah.
what my target's completely filled with, are all the DC ones.
Mhm.
The Batman, Superman, Joker, Wonder Woman, all those. Yeah.
I still have a picture of me as a kid in the Batman costume. It's like I think it might be the only Halloween costume picture I have of me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make
it's a Ben Cooper one?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Sick.
It's that
I-
same
I
one
wi- I
that the
wi- I-
action figure is.
Yeah,
using.
I wish I had pictures of the old Ben Coopers that I had when I was a kid. That was so long ago, dude.
Let me see if I can find it.
That was like literally like late 70s.
The Pilot Luke one was a big one too.
Mhm.
Right.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Anybody putting together any Halloween costumes yet?
Nope.
No, I don't think I will.
No, nothing.
Grayson said she kind of wants to cosplay with me some K-pop Demon Hunters.
There you go.
That's awesome.
She wants me to be the manager guy, and then she's one of the Demon Hunters.
Does he wear a suit?
Yeah, he wears like a basically like a t-shirt, a band t-shirt, like a white t-shirt and a suit jacket, and he's got like a VIP or whatever necklace and like little glasses.
Seems
And,
pretty easy.
Yeah, I have the t-shirt already, so
Yeah.
I got the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Just wear any kind of sport coat, really, and I'll get myself a little VIP pass, and boom, it's me.
Hell yeah.
It seems like too much work, Kirby. To be honest with you, it feels like a lot of work to me. Wardrobe, makeup, hair, braids, probably.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I gotta roll out. We're about to get dinner with the fam here, but it's been a fun Saturday, guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Anthony for hopping on earlier. Thanks for hopping on, Bill, and thanks for the trade and the super fun trade experience.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me crash the party as usual.
It's all good, man. Always a pleasure to have you, bro.
Standing invite. Ryan, can I convince you to come to RetroCon? What's the deal? Let's go.
Dude, it's up in the air, man. Dude, you know how we are. Chances are we'll end up being there.
When I see the pictures next weekend of you guys there, I'll be like, yep, he went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, don't forget this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. All right. So keep your fingers crossed that I get these Oasis tickets before the night is out.
Here, if we have a second, dude, if you
Of
have
course.
just a quick second, I'm gonna
Sure.
send you something real quick.
Uh-huh.
This is a little Star Wars and old school work nostalgia for you from me. Hold on. Here, I'll send
Best
you this.
argument ever.
This is this is back in the days when I used to work in the toy aisles, sorry, at Target. This is me and one of my homegirls. They used to work together with me. It's kind of funny.
Now I'm excited.
This is what we'll end the show with right here.
Getting a lot done over there.
Fuck
I'm
no. Other than geeking out in the toy aisles and getting absolutely no
I'm
work
going
done.
full screen for this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Old school Target days, bro.
I was thinking about that. Like, was that like Forest Fridays? Like that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about Forest Fridays when they had like, you must have been there then when they had the X-Wing or the TIE fighter blasting a hole in the ceiling and they had the big hangers hanging down.
Yeah. We had
Like
all
the
that
seasonal
shit.
section became a Star Wars section that year.
Yep. Yeah. We had all that shit.
That was 10 years ago,
Yeah, it was freaking
2015.
Yep. Yeah. Back in the day, Target days, baby. Toys and electronics. It was all about it. You don't put a nerd in the toy section. Come on.
All right, guys. I gotta fix my little situation over here too. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a fun Saturday, guys.
Hell yeah. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Same to you.
And Bill, I'll send you some photos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
for sure.
All right.
All right. Thanks to everybody for hanging out.
Peace.
Thanks for stopping in. Till next time, don't forget the number one rule, which is
Be cool.
So I'll see you guys in November.